In this video, I beat the game PALWORLD using only eggs I found in the wild or hatched myself. I've compiled all of the episodes here into one video to make it easier for you to view. Thanks for your support, dear viewer, and don't forget to subscribe. My dear viewer, Miss @Shy, suggested doing a Hatched Pals only run. They're worried about my mental health, but that is nothing new. I'm a crazy person, so this most definitely seems like something my crazy self will do. Now I will say, my last challenge took a lot out of me, so I have one singular goal here. I just want to beat the first tower. That's it. I've put some restrictions on myself though. I will not be able to get past level 30. That might change because level 30 seems a little high, but we'll see when we get there. Regardless, that should make this challenge a little more interesting and potentially harder, and hopefully it'll still remain enjoyable for all of you. So let's get into it. Here's our new hero, Witty Name. I couldn't think of a witty name, so I named them Witty Name. That in itself is witty, right? Anyway, here we are. As I level, I need to focus on a few stats that I normally don't, such as attack power and crafting speed. Attack power mostly because I will have to fight bosses on my own, so I can craft an egg incubator. And I'm focusing on crafting speed because, well, I don't have the patience not to. I know it's not optimal, but I have the attention span of a small mollusk, so bear with me. I first decided to pick up literally everything I saw because this gave experience. Not a terrible amount, but enough for now. I then started to work on my first set of gear. I built cloth armor, a wooden spear, an old bow, a shield, and 81 arrows. This is the best I'm able to do for now, so onwards and upwards I go, friends. I decided to build my base close to the boss Chillet arena. It's nothing spectacular, but it's mine. And this is all I need on this lonely road I'm currently on. In preparation for the Chillet fight, I need the fire bow and fire arrows. I'm going to need to take on a lot of fox sparks, as they both require flame organs to craft. Oh my goodness. We found our first egg, and it is a large, damp egg. Well, I have absolutely no idea what that'll be, and you and I aren't gonna know what that's gonna be for kind of a hot minute, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. Oh, hello. We got our second egg, and it's a scorching egg. That'll be nice. I'm always interested in getting fire pals. Okay, so I have my first 2 eggs on this run, and that is so incredibly exciting, but I can't hatch them yet. And that is the opposite of incredibly exciting. It is not exciting. So there is a speedrun strat that I want to try. This will for sure be a cheese if it works, but I think it'll be worth it. Because if I'm able to succeed in doing it properly, I'll be able to knock out Chillet sooner rather than later. So the thing about PALWORLD is the fact that it's still in early access, and we still have some absolutely wonderful bugs. One bug that I discovered after watching the world record for beating Zoe and Grisbolt is a bug where the PIDF officers will not shoot at you if you do not look at them. So the cheese here is aggro PIDF officers, run up to Chillet, have them knock Chillet out to almost no health, then I'll hit it a few times, get all the experience, and get all of the drops. Okay, got it. Maybe I need to practice this more. Before I go on to attempt number 2, I wanted to make the rest of the fire arrows I needed, and I got my fire bow out because I was prepared to fight Chillet on attempt number 2. And we begin. I led the PIDF officers all the way up to Chillet, and I was stoked for this. I felt like this was the run, the fabled run, you know, like the run where everything's gonna go great. I would be able to knock out Chillet with ease. Well, dear viewer, Chillet is a bull in a china shop when I'm level 7. Chillet started blasting. the PIDF officers started blasting with wee ol' lil me, and I died. This was indeed a speed bump in my progress, but I did not relent, dear viewer. Oh no. I figured that I could probably come up with a way to cheese the Chillet myself without the PIDF officers' help. So here's attempt number 3, and you know what they say, the third time is always the charm. So as you're watching this, you're probably thinking that I have a plan. A plan that would for sure net me a profit of ancient civilization parts. Well, you'd be wrong. I had 0 plans. The only thing that I could come up with on the fly was to try and get to a spot where I would be able to hit Chillet and then maybe get to cover when it attacked me. And this part's actually really funny, because at this moment, I decided that the Chillet fight wasn't going to happen. I was going to leave and level up, and then suddenly, I realized I had a stroke of luck. I somehow got to a spot where I could hit Chillet, and for the most part, it couldn't hit me. I found a cheese that was a total accident. Yes, this was a shameful fight. I do not have any pride in it, but this is how it played out. Oh my god. That... I'm happy I won. But I don't feel great about that win. Oh my gosh. That was, That is not how I was planning on, beating Chillet for the first time. But, you know, whatever works, works. Okay? All in all, this went far better than I was expecting, because legitimately, after my armor broke, I thought for sure that I was gonna lose. My plan wasn't even... And again, my plan wasn't even to jump down by that stream. I was just running away because, you know, I was about to die, and I didn't want to die. It was simply a happy accident. I learned the egg incubator technology, went back to my base, and I began construction on my egg incubation house. This isn't exactly the best setup, but honestly, I think it looks acceptable and it will function at an optimal level for most eggs, aside from eggs that need a colder environment. But even then, you know, they'll still hatch, they'll just take time. I'll figure something out later for my cold eggs. This is just what we got for now, okay? Ah, this is a thing of beauty, isn't it? I feel like I've already came pretty far with just relying on my own skill and cheeses. And it's been a pretty interesting run having to rely only on myself. That being said, I am very excited to see what my first PAL will be. I don't really have any sort of expectations here, but I am hoping for a Belasmite. That was a joke. I'm assuming it's going to be a Fox Sparks, which is totally fine, because I really do love those little fire foxes. It's time. Oh man, I'm so excited. Let's see. Oh! An Arsox! Wow, I was not expecting that. Holy crap, we have kindling level 2 and lumbering level 1. That's amazing. Wow. What? Whoa, this is great. Alright, we'll put on our next scorching egg, and while we're waiting for that, I should probably build a PAL gear workbench. And on top of that, maybe like a, what is it, the logging site? Is that what it's called? I don't even have it unlocked yet. Yeah, the logging site. We'll unlock all of this. yeah, that's exciting. I was not expecting an Arsox. I'm pretty happy about that. That's amazing. Haha, an Arsox. Man, that was just too cool. I then went and built my PAL gear workbench because I was gonna start getting PALs and I would need their gear. I realized that I never named my very first PAL. This Arsox will now be known as Arsene. Everyone, say hello. Okay, now it's time for another egg. Egg number 2. Egg number 2. Egg number 2. It's another Arsox. Okay. And it's a female. That's interesting. So we have Arsene. Arsena? Alright, we have Arsene and we have Arsena. They love each other. It's great. Okay, what? Let's do the large damp egg. This is gonna take a while, but yeah. Cool, well, I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. I said I'd see you in 30 minutes for the large damp egg incubation, but that was a lie. Because I ran around in the night with Arsene the Arsox and we tore it up. We were unstoppable. Up until the point that I thought it would be fun and a neat idea to take on this herd of Capri, these things. Now, I know that if I attack one of them, all of them will pull up on me and start blasting. But at this moment, my past self neglected to remember that fact, and I shot the first shot that was heard around the Palpagos Islands. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I don't know what I was expecting. I just wasn't expecting all of them to gang up on me, but I understand that strategically that was the best thing they could have done. But holy hell, man. That was horrifying. This night was eventful. Arsene and Arsena were leveling up nicely. I got them some good skill fruits, and then I went to bed because I just daggone tuckered myself out. Today is the 18th of March, and I am 30 years old now. I feel myself turning into dust every single day. You know, I've lived on this planet a long time. At least it feels like a long time to me. And the only advice that I would love to impart to you is try not to care so much. You know, just do you and be proud of that fact. Time flies. I feel like my 20s just were gone in an instant. You know, it just, they flew by. Just like this next egg hatching. You know, let's see what it is. Oh my god, we got a Pen King. We got a Pen King. Oh, I love Pen King. Oh my god. Okay, Pen King, your name is gonna be Captain Kid. Oh, heck yeah, dude. We got a Pen King. Oh, I'm so excited. That's gonna be amazing. 10 out of 10. Ha ha ha. Pen King. My dog, my boy, my ride or die. I love this dumb pal. Oh man, I am so excited for how the team is looking now. I don't really know what I want to do next, so I think I should probably be focusing on trying to level up and get my pals leveled up. So that's what I've been doing. Things are going well. I got myself and my pals to level 10. I realized that having the pals I do now are great, but I'll need more of a selection. So off I went to hunt for eggs. Before I did that, I crafted the 3-shot bow, made some arrows, and made the feathered hairband. My defense is now 130, which isn't amazing, but it'll do for now. Anywho, onwards to the eggs. I stopped by and took down a black marketeer. I did this for one singular reason. I just wanted some gold. That's about it. So I did the tried and true hanging trap / campfire combo, and I waited. I feel bad about this, but hey, I'm 10,000 gold richer now, even though I probably just took on quite a bit of negative karma. On my egg excursion, I found one singular egg. A damp egg.
Oh my goodness, there's an egg. Good lord, finding eggs has been incredibly difficult. I'm not gonna have the stamina to climb up that, am I? Oh, come on. Ah, yes, I had the stamina.
I went back to my base and I started the incubation process. I then realized that I had a frozen egg in my storage that I completely forgot about. I'll definitely be hatching that next. You know what else you may have forgotten about? Subscribing! Good lord, these are getting worse and worse for each video, and as always, I'm gonna apologize for that. 97% of you that watch aren't actually subscribed, and you may not even know it. So please, take a second and look to see if you are. If you aren't, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, as it helps me so much. And as always, I couldn't do any of this without your support. And your support has been absolutely immense and wonderful and so unexpected. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I never thought I would get to this point on my channel. Each and every one of you are helping in making my dream become a reality. So thank you so much. I do not have words to describe how appreciative I am of that. While waiting for the egg to incubate, I felt like it would be a good idea to mine ore in my base. I don't have access to anything at the moment that uses ore yet, but I don't think there's anything wrong with preparing for the future. And to be frank, right now, a lot of this is just a waiting game, so why not?
Ooh, a celery. Oh, that'll be awesome to make the celery gauntlets. Okay, cool. Not amazing, but still pretty cool. I'm not gonna complain. Heck yeah.
I made Celery's gloves, and then I tested it out for a bit. I went AFK for a bit, and I came back to a level up screen. Since I'm level 11, I was able to unlock the high quality workbench and metal tools. I built the bench, and I made my upgraded tools. Oh shoot, I forgot I had an egg hatching.
Egg number 4. Oh no, this is egg number 5. We gotta chill it! Oh! Ah! That's amazing! Oh man! What? What luck! What a fun team! Really, it's an odd team, but it's a fun team.
As if things couldn't have gotten more exciting, I had my very first raid happen.
Oh goodness gracious, it's our first raid. Okay, where are they coming from though? Oh my god, they're all the way down there? Guess we go down here then. Oh, arson, you madman. Oh my gosh, cool. Well, first raid experience. That was awesome. A little underwhelming, but awesome.
After all the excitement of that raid, I went back out into the wilderness to find more eggs, and I ended up with 3 more. I found a large dark egg, a dark egg, and a common egg. I started with hatching the large dark egg, and it takes 30 minutes for it to hatch. So I went back out to find more eggs and level up, and you get it. I found a rocky egg.
Oh, is that oh, it's a rocky egg. Oh, that's interesting. I'm pretty excited about that. Huh. Pretty cool.
An electric egg, and a frozen egg. I then leveled up to level 12 and went back to my base. I worked on my base for a bit. I extended my main house, and I plan on using this new room for storage in the future, and I'm really liking this weird floor plan I got going on. I crafted myself some pelt armor. I then built the logging site and stone pit. I plan on leaving Arsena here to get wood, as that's been really annoying collecting thus far. I'm hoping one of my dark eggs will hatch into maybe like a Tombat, because they have level 2 mining, and I would love to have a resident miner in my base. But we'll see. With all of these eggs, I'm really thinking I need to get more incubators. I think I'm gonna face Chillet a few more times to get the materials I need. Before I go and fight Chillet to get all of the materials for new egg incubators, I think it's time to hatch our large dark egg.
Alright, large dark egg. Here we go. Whoa! A Nox! Well, that's cool. Oh wait, what's the problem with... Who are you fighting? What? Are you kidding me? You guys are so far away. This is ridiculous. Okay, well, that was exciting. Okay, now, before I got so rudely interrupted, it's pretty cool that we got a Nox. I've never used Nox in any of my playthroughs, so I'm pretty excited about this. Alright, Nox, your name will be Zorro. Alright, so we've started the Rocky Egg. I have no idea what this could be. I'm gonna build a campfire so it'll make it incubate faster. And editing magic strikes again. Look at that, the Rocky Egg is ready to be hatched. Let's see what the Rocky Egg holds for us. Something good. A Dumud. Okay, you know, honestly, not bad. Dumud's going to be a miner. That's actually pretty cool. Not gonna complain about that. Heck yeah. I'm sure you heard it in my voice, but I wasn't stoked about Dumud. Regardless, we're gonna use it, and it's gonna be great. I mean, look at this. As you can see, Dumud's fitting in very nicely. Okay, so a lot happened in between me saying I wanted to fight Chillet so I could get more materials to make incubators, and then actually fighting Chillet. But anywho, we've hatched a lot of eggs, and it is abundantly clear that I'm gonna need quite a lot of incubators. So I did fight Chillet. I went back to my base to hatch my dark egg, and I got a Daydream. This isn't perfect, but it'll be fine for the base for now, so yeah, Daydream. I was able to craft 2 more egg incubators. I started the incubation for the large verdant egg and my electric egg. My next order of business is leveling up more. I want to get to the point where I can get some better gear, and I want to level up enough to craft Arsox's saddle, which is unlocked at level 16. For the time being, though, I can just level up to 13 and unlock Chillet's saddle. Before I went out, I gathered all the ore around my base, made a hot spring for my lovely pals, and then I put all of the ore I gathered into the furnace. The first stop on my latest excursion will be to my boy Chillet. I need more ancient civilization parts, and Chillet is just the easiest way to get them as of now. Because I was so close to leveling here, the fight with Chillet pushed me over to level 13. And because of that, it is now time to craft its saddle. Now this, my dear viewers, is living in luxury. Look at this fun little wiggly body go. I'm sure I would probably get motion sick if I ever rode this, but good God, would it be worth it? Like, look at him. He is having such a good time, just existing. I'm jealous. I'm a little jealous. I totally forgot to name my new pals, I realized. Thus, Chillet will now be known as Jack Frost, Daydream will be known as Skadi, and Celeray will be known as Randa. If you know where these names are from and comment down below, you win. What do you win? I didn't think this out. Maybe, my love and affection? I don't know. Well, I'll figure it out. I went back to my base after exploring around, and Captain Kid the Pen King and myself made me a crossbow and a metal spear. Isn't he just adorable and just doing his best? It is time to hatch some more eggs. The common egg gave me a Gale Claw. This will be amazing when I can actually craft its pal gear for gliding.
The electric egg gave me a Dazi that had an artisan passive. I worked on my base a bit, and I think I just lost 100 ore due to it falling through the map. This stung a little bit, but I'll get over it. Time heals all wounds, or I've been told. I went out on my same old quest of leveling up. I fought some syndicate members, fought some pals, found a damp egg. I hit this Mazzarina so hard with my crossbow that it acted like it was in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and it did a whole backflip. I leveled up to 14. I found a scorching egg, and then finally I found a dark egg. This was a bountiful excursion, and I am very excited to show my haul to my pals back home. I'm back home now, and it's time to hatch 2 eggs. The frost egg gave me another Chillet, but this one had artisan. And the large verdant egg hatched into a Dino Awesome. Dino. Dude, 350 plus hours in this game and I still will never pronounce that one right. Dino Awesome. I know it's supposed to be like Blossom, but they threw in like Dino because it's like a dinosaur that has like flowers and plants on it. But I don't know, man. So yeah, I hatched a Dino Awesome. This was incredibly exciting though, because I haven't actually officially unlocked farming for my pals to do. So I built 3 berry plantations and added Galeclaw and Dino Awesome into my base. Dew Mud isn't bad for watering, but I'd prefer to have a level 2 watering pal. I'm hoping this damp egg I have will give me something good. I then hatched my next 3 eggs. The scorching egg hatched into a Foxbarks. The dark egg hatched into a Mao. The damp egg hatched into a Celery. I didn't get the level 2 watering pal I wanted, but I have 2 level 1 watering pals and it's just gonna have to suffice for now. I also know that realistically I could be doing all of the farming and watering and gathering myself, but again, as I've stated before and time again, I have the attention span of a mollusk, and there is no way I can hold down a single key on my keyboard to do all of that. My brain would just explode. Anywho, I know I could also use Captain Kidd the Pen King, but I would much rather have him on my team than just working on my base. I went out and ran some errands. I got 4 eggs, 2 common eggs, an electric egg, and a large dark egg. I then realized I was running low on cash, so I went out to my local bank in the Palpagos Islands, black market tier and trusts, and I withdrew 12,000 gold. You know, this bank is just so lovely. You could say it's just a really warm environment. I'm so sorry. I went back to my base to start the incubation process of the eggs that I've gotten. I was about to rest my precious little head in my bed, but then I had a raid happen, and like the previous raid, it was indeed underwhelming. What was not underwhelming was the common egg hatching into a swift Malpaca. Although I love Chillet, legitimately, I would die for that thing. This is gonna have to be my new riding mount for now, because it's just fast. It's just fast. I'm sorry, it's fast. The electric egg hatched into a Dazi that had Ferocious. This will definitely be a great addition to my team, especially if I craft Dazi's pal gear. I named my Malpaca Joanna. I found a rock egg right when I left my base and started its incubation. I found a verdant egg and decided it was time to do my first dungeon. The dungeon was pretty uneventful. I did try to fight every single pal/syndicate member I saw in hopes of leveling up. I got to the boss, and Captain Kidd, the Pen King, absolutely destroyed everyone and everything. I did end up leveling up to 15, so all in all, this was a great run. I got back to my base and hatched 2 eggs. The common egg gave me a Galeclaw, and the rocky egg hatched into a Fuddler. Although these pals I'm getting are really cool and I like them, and they all have their own specific uses, I'm not really getting anything amazing for Zoe and Grisbolt. I'm thinking I'm gonna need to level up quite a bit more and then explore the higher level areas for better eggs. So that's what I did. Ah, ha ha ha. I lied. That's not what I actually did. What I actually did was I used some PAL souls on Captain Kidd, the Pen King. I taught it some grass and electric type moves. Why did I teach it grass moves? I don't know. But then I went to fight the boss Azarobe. This fight was difficult. Like, holy crap. I don't know what it was, but man, that dragon cannon move Azarobe kept doing would hit me even if I were to dodge. I feel like that was kind of the main reason why this fight was so difficult, and at one point I really thought I was gonna lose. But Captain Kidd and I, my ride or die, we pulled through. I traveled to the ancient ritual site to start looking for better eggs. I'm definitely a little worried about being in this area as I am still very underleveled here, but this is gonna be a risk that I'm gonna have to take to find some better pals. I found 2 frozen eggs, I found 2 large dark eggs, I found a common egg, and then a tree that was growing despite being completely underwater. That's a strong tree, dog. I stopped by my bank again, Black Marketeer and Trusts, and made a withdrawal of 13,000 gold. Always such a warm and inviting environment here. I found another large dark egg, and finally I found another frozen egg. I think it's time to go back to my base and hatch some of these babies. I hatched my previous 2 eggs. I didn't get anything too amazing. I placed all 3 of the large dark eggs in my incubators. I then sat down staring at the tower that I knew I'd have to take on soon. I watch as the sunrise cracks the sky right open with light. The sky looks like it's on fire. I wonder myself if this were a warning of things to come. But how could such a beautiful sight be a bad omen, I thought. That's a question that I don't think I'm going to get the answer to, as maybe I interpreted the sunrise wrong. Maybe this wasn't an omen, but a word of encouragement. Or honestly, dude, maybe it was just a sunset. Good God. Anywho, I went to fight Grintale for the first time, and it went amazingly. Zoro the Nox was an absolute monster against Grintale. It was a little annoying in the fight, as a couple Syndicate thugs decided to try and intervene in the fight, but they were handled pretty quickly. Zoro is cute, but my God, it is scary. Looks can be deceiving. I am sad that I had to take out Grintale, though. I love the stupid cat bus looking pal. My biggest fear then happened.
Okay. Man, I did not want this to happen. So, in this run, there is no lucky clause. None. I will never get a lucky. If I see one, I either have to fight it or just ignore it. Now, I'm going to fight it because I get ancient civilization parts from luckies, I think. And it's good for experience. This sucks. I knew it was going to happen. I just wasn't prepared for it. That hurt. That hurt so bad. I'm so sorry, Krevitz. I'm so sorry.
I went to fight Pen King next. I moved over the lucky Dazi I hatched, and I named her Lucia. I then fought some pals to level her up. While fighting pals, I leveled myself up to 16. This unlocked Arsox's saddle, so I went home, crafted it, made some heat-resistant pelt armor, then moved Zoro the Nox back into my party. Back to leveling up Lucia the Dazi. I ran a couple of dungeons and got her up to level 16. I feel like this is a good enough level now, and I am ready to take on Pen King. Before I did that, though, I hatched the 3 large dark eggs in my incubators. I got a Catris and 2 Meraiths. Meraiths. The horses with the face. I don't know. Meraiths. I put 3 more eggs into my incubators, and I set off to fight Pen King. The fight with Pen King went off without a hitch. My first goal was taking out the Pengulets, as I did not want to worry about them chipping away Lucia's health or mine. Once we took them out, taking out Pen King was very easy. I don't know what the Pen King was smoking, but it got itself stuck in a corner, and because of that, it just had to take all of the damage that we were outputting. It was a pretty great outcome for me. I decided to go back to the Ancient Ritual site area. I'm kind of at a standstill on bosses until I level up more. So it's now time for a grind. I found a large electric egg, then I leveled up to 17. I went back to my base and hatched 3 eggs. I got 2 Sui and 1 Nightwing. And you know I can use Nightwing as a flyer, but have you guys ever read Paldex entries? Because holy shit, dude, Nightwings is horrifying. Let me just read this off to you. It carries newborn pals to its nest and raises them as a surrogate parent. Aw, isn't that great? But wait a minute. Once the baby pal has fattened up, it hunts them. Bro, these things are unhinged. Regardless, I do need a flyer, so I crafted its saddle and I named it appropriately. I tried to assign Dumud to my stone pit unsuccessfully, so I yeeted it off of my base. And funnily enough, it instantly went on a short break after I did this, which is hilarious. How the hell did you get back up here, dog? I needed more Paldium fragments so I can make a mega shield. Off to mining I go. Okay, that's enough. Now it's time to try my new flying mount. Oh my god, this is awful. Why? Why is it so slow? And what is this stamina? Holy crap, this is awful. I finally got back to my base and I crafted my new shield. I hatched a scorching egg and got another fox sparks. I then started the incubation of another frozen egg and went out to level up more. You know, it's really, really funny because I was just about to write how happy I was that I was now strong enough and a high enough level that I could start eradicating Galeclaw. I have a huge disdain for them. You know, I've talked about it before, but I don't know if they woke up on the wrong side of the bed or somebody pissed in their Wheaties. I don't know. All I know is they are so angry and will attack on sight. So the funny part about this is, like I said, I was going to write into this script how I was very excited that I could kill them. And then I immediately got bullied by like 4 of them. Things did not go well on this excursion. Arson the Arsox got knocked out, I threw out Lucia the Dazi, and almost had it beat. Only for me to get killed. Then, right after I died, that's when Lucia knocked out Robinquill. Thank you, Lucia. Your timing is impeccable. Here's a fun tip if you did not know. Rather than waiting the 10 minutes for your knocked out pal to heal, you can actually just assign it to your base, and then one of your pals will be a rescue ranger. Also, if you know what I'm talking about here, then you get bonus points. Anywho, it'll be a rescue ranger, and it will pick it up, carry it to a bed, and then once your knocked out pal gets into a bed, it's gonna be revived. Thus, you don't have to wait the 10 minutes for it to revive in the pal box. I repaired my armor, and I hatched another frozen egg to get a sweet, then set out once again. And my main goal of this excursion, like always, is to level up, and level up I did. And I got eggs. I found a scorching egg. I then leveled up to level 18. I found a frozen egg directly after that. I traversed into the desert, found a damp egg, found a dark egg, and a common egg. I found a large scorching egg on top of Anubis's statue's head, so that was neat. I then left the desert and found another dark egg. I hit level 19, I found, oh, you guessed it, a dark egg and a frozen egg, and then I went back to my base and hatched 2 of my large electric eggs, and then I went to go incubate my other tens of eggs.
Oh man, a swift greyhound. Oh, that's gonna be amazing. Very excited. And a beacon! Oh my god. That's awesome. But what level do I learn their saddles? Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's real bad. Okay, we can't learn Rayhound Saddle till 36, and I'm pretty, or 26, and Beacons isn't until 34. Ow. That, that hurts. My body hurts.
Both of these are awesome, but I can't make their saddles until level 26 and 34 respectfully. I started the incubation process on another 3 eggs and just kind of wondered what my next steps would be. I know I just need to grind leveling up, but it really is starting to get a little tedious. Before I went out again to level up, I built a ranch for Mao. This will be nice for a small amount of passive income while I go out and explore. I then changed my PAL team up. I added Orpheus, the Rayhound, and put Lucia, the Dazi, into my PAL box. I went and fought Chillet again, broke my crossbow, then went back to my base to repair it. I checked on my eggs, and I hatched 2 more. The dark egg hatched into a Mao, and the common egg hatched into another Nightwing. I left 2 more eggs there to incubate, and I set out to run some more dungeons. I ran a low-level dungeon, and it was pretty uneventful. The only thing of note was the boss's minions were, possessed after death, I think?
Oh my god, what is happening? It's still going! Okay, I got stuck on the rock. Is the other one? Oh, yeah, the other one's still going. Look at it. This feels... I don't know, I feel like in a horror movie, this is what happens when somebody gets possessed. Is it done? Is it? No, it's not done. Okay. Good lord. Okay, fun.
Anywho, I got too excited, and my own hubris is the thing that knocked me out. I went and tried a level 29 dungeon. For the most part, I was doing relatively okay until I met a Catress that was having none of my shit. I wasn't watching my health, and I got unalived. I respawned at my base and repaired my armor. I then hatched 3 more eggs. I got a Foxsparks, a Doomud, and the large scorching egg gave me a Bushi. Things were going pretty well. I dropped off another 3 eggs, and I went over to my PAL box and put Bushi into my base rather than Arsena the Arsox. I then swapped Satan the Nightwing for Satan the Second. I did this because it had Stronghold Strategist, and my first Nightwing had Brittle. Stronghold Strategist gives me a 10% defense buff, while Brittle gave my pal a 20% defense debuff. Okay, so as a content creator, I feel like this video is getting repetitive. You know, the recipe is I get eggs, I hatch them, I go kill an egregious amount of pals to level up, then rinse and repeat. So rather than showing all of that and taking up more of your time, dear viewer, I did a lot of the rest of this off screen. So hey, hi, let's talk about what's been going on in the life of Witty Name. My pals and I are currently level 25, and my stats goes as follows. 1500 health, 120 stamina, 116 attack, 275 work speed, and 450 weight. While leveling up, I mostly focused on my health and attack. I did a few improvements to my base. I built a weapons workbench. I ran into another Lucky that I was forced to take down.
Huh. Okay, well, exciting and scary all at the same time. So this is our second Lucky that we have found on this save. And as you guys know, there's no lucky clause in this run. So we have to kill it. And I have 20 arrows in my inventory. I wasn't expecting this. We'll just have to see how this goes. I think arson will be fine. Oh god. Maybe I won't be fine. Good lord. Holy hell. Oh yeah, I don't know what I was worried about. God, that hurts me every time. Oh man.
I made myself some heat-resistant metal armor and a metal helmet. I traveled to Fisherman's Point and bought some coarse ammo. I leveled up to 26, and then I made myself a makeshift handgun. Since I leveled up to 26, I wanted to make Rayhound's saddle. I needed to get some palladium fragments and a few more electric organs.
Oh, well, hello. There is a lucky lift monk. Okay, well, I was going to be doing a quick little shot of me getting my my palladium fragments and electric organs, but I guess this is now gonna be, here's me taking out another lucky, and okay. Now, are you kidding me? Bro, what? What is going on? Oh, any other time, this would be so cool. Huh, alright, well. 2 luckies, literally back to back, that I had to kill. I'm hurting. Yeah, my body hurts. But it's fine, it's fine. This is for the content. This is for the content.
I got the palladium I needed, then I got sidetracked, and I fought Quivering again. I went to the desert, I got the electric organs that I needed, and then I went back to my base to craft Rayhound's saddle. And oh, good lord, this is so much better than Arsoc's. The speed! And wow, did you know that Rayhound could double jump? This is actually the first time I've ever used this PAL, so this is news to me. I ran over and fought the Chillet with my new steed, and it dropped the legendary cloth outfit. That would have been so nice, like, I don't know, a week ago, but it's still cool to have. I hatched a few more eggs. The coolest thing I got was a vanworm. I swapped this out for Satan II, made its saddle, and named it Izanagi. Okay, so at this point, I don't feel like I need to level up anymore, to be honest. My main goal now is just getting some skill fruits for all of my pals.
Oh my god. Really, dude? Okay, alright. Get Captain Kid out. Dang, man, that sucks. I really like Fuddler, and it's lucky so big. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. This isn't my main save. This is just a challenge run. Okay, alright. I've talked myself off the ledge now. Everything's fine.
I ran around all of the Palpagos Islands, and I got far too many skill fruits. I taught my pals quite a bit of different moves, then I wanted to level up Izanagi the Vanworm to 27 like my other pals were. So dungeons it is. I got Izanagi up to level 25 and felt like this was good enough. I used Pal Souls to level Orpheus the Rayhound up a little bit, hatched an electric egg to get a Dazi, and then I believed that it was time. It was time to end this and fight the first tower. So here Witty Name stands, looking upon this foreboding tower. Will he survive and achieve the goal he set out for? Will this all be for naught? No. No, Witty Name spent so much time preparing. The bonds he forged with his pals will be strong enough to take on Zoe and Grisbold. Witty Name's resolve was not shaken, and he went inside. there were two titans on the battlefield unlike any other. We have Zoe and her absolutely savage Grizzbolt, and we have Witty Name and Orpheus the Rayhound that was raised since it was just a mere egg. Would the bond that they shared be enough? Did Witty Name forget to change Orpheus's moveset and have to change it mid-battle? The fight raged on for what felt like minutes. Okay, enough theatrics. Listen, this fight was fairly easy. I for sure came overprepared, which is an ongoing theme in these challenge runs. I know. It's just how I am, you know? Like, I don't want to get to the tower and just absolutely fail it, you know? Every video I try to make a story out of it and try to make it interesting, and I don't know, I think losing would not be interesting, but I don't know. I guess, like, all heroes need to lose sometimes in stories, so maybe it would make it interesting, but anywho. Ooh. Okay, honestly, that was not that bad. Yeah, I don't know. Well, first let's feed the pal here. I don't know. You know, I feel like I didn't put strict enough rules here. Cuz you know, I'm what, level 26? And I don't know, that was a lot easier than I expected. Here I am again, and I totally forgot everything I was doing in this run. If I remember correctly, I beat Zoe and Grizzbolt and left the video at that. I forgot I named this character Witty Name. that was really witty. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. So let's take a look at my party. I have Orpheus the Rayhound, Izanagi the Vanworm, Arson the Arsox, Captain Kid the Pen King, and Zoro the Nox. Honestly, I feel like this is a pretty diverse team as it stands, and I'm not too upset about it. With my pals and myself being level 26 and 27 respectfully, I feel like I'm for sure over-leveled and I probably could go fight Lily and Lyleen sooner rather than later. We will get to that, but first I think I want to hunt for some eggs and take on a few bosses. First boss being Bushi. I had Captain Kid out for the whole fight, and there's not a lot to say about this. Captain Kid is a monster. You know this. I know this. And Captain Kid also knows a lot of water and ice moves, so this was a breeze. The next boss was Petalia. I used Arson the Arsox for this whole fight, and just like Bushi, this was also a breeze. It's really funny me coming back to quote-unquote older videos, because I feel like I've over-prepared so hard for literally every single video. And don't get me wrong, I know I still do that, but this save file feels like it should be far further in progress than it actually is. And by progress, I mean like towers, bosses, etc, etc. Anyway, Petalia was vanquished, and it's on to the next. Before going to the next boss, I did find a large electric egg outside of the Petalia arena. I grabbed it, I took it back to my base, and I started to incubate it. The next boss on my hit list was King Paka. I sent Zoro the Nox out, and we absolutely wiped the floor with it. Side note, I think Nox is such an underrated pal. Its partner skill, Kudir, is amazing. I know other pals have, you know, a partner skill kind of like this, but just having the dark attribute to all of my weapons is so nice. Zoro and myself really didn't break a sweat in this fight, at all, and the king was dethroned. I leveled up to 27 because of this and decided to increase my attack. I kind of like the idea of having a character that has an incredibly high attack stat. The egg run for sure has provided me with some pretty heavy hitter pals. I know that, but having a high attack stat on myself too will only help me in the long run, especially if I'm going to be fighting Victor and Shadowbeak at some point in this series. On my way to the teleport, I found a common egg. Then I went to the next boss, that boss being Broncherry Aqua. On my way there, I also picked up a frozen egg. I am so happy to have Arson the Arsox on my team because holy crap, this cave to Broncherry Aqua is dark as sin. Once I got inside the cave, I decided to start the battle with Arson. My idea here was switching between Arson the Arsox and Orpheus the Rayhound. At least, that was my initial idea. I threw Arson out, and I realized pretty quickly that it would be a bad idea. I was hoping that Arson would have effective moves since Broncherry Aqua is a grass water type, but it seems that the water typing it has cancels out how effective fire moves are against it. I used Orpheus the Rayhound quite a bit for this fight until it was pretty low on health. I threw Zora the Nox out in at one point, and then decided to test my luck with Arson the Arsox. Although the damage wouldn't be super effective, Arson could still potentially get a burn off on it, and that would cause some good chip damage. The fight was nearing its conclusion, and I didn't even realize how low on health I was. I had Orpheus out, and we just kept attacking as quick and precise as we could. My aim wasn't amazing for the most part of the fight, and although we were bruised and battered, we survived and prevailed. This was definitely the hardest boss I'd faced up until this point. After this fight, I decided to explore around for a while. I was on the hunt for eggs, but even more importantly, skill fruits. I think a lot of people neglect to realize the importance of them in this game. If you have the right moveset, any of your pals can become monsters, which I think is really neat. At one point, I thought I found a huge damp egg, and I was so excited, but then it turned out to just be a flax head. I regret to say this, but I let my emotions get to me, and I took that flack out. I'm not proud of that decision, dear viewer. While out exploring, I found a damp egg, and then I found something stupid exciting.
Oh my god. Is that... That's a huge dragon egg, right? It's totally a huge dragon egg. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh dear viewer, things just got exciting.
Because of this newfound egg, I went back to my base to start incubating it. I will say that I changed my settings here. I understand this may go against my own rule set and challenge, but in the sake of trying to get content out to all of you on a weekly basis, I'm gonna allow myself this handicap. I'm going to set my egg incubation to 0, which means they'll hatch instantly. With all of that out of the way, let's hatch some eggs.
Oh my god, we got a beacon. That's amazing. And we got a Univolt. Okay. Alright, we'll hatch the other eggs before we go to the huge dragon egg. A Celeray. A Swee. I love Swee.
Side note, look at this Swee that my partner crocheted me. It is adorable, and I love it.
What a good boy. I hate Toko. Okay. Really? Oh, well, sorry guys, we're gonna have to go deal with this raid first. Oh my god. Am I just a crack shot now? What happened? Okay, now we can finish hatching these eggs. Let's hatch this random dark egg I just found. A Musclehead Daydream, pretty cool. Alright. And finally, the moment we've been waiting for. Let's see if we get lucky and see what's in this huge dragon egg. Why? Why did it have to be a Relaxosaurus? Oh my god. I know I shouldn't be complaining. If you guys aren't familiar, if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, you need to understand that I have a big disdain for Relaxosaurus. For the sake of this run and this challenge and succeeding, I suppose we can, you know, put this bowl of cottage cheese in our party. I don't know who to get rid of, though. Like, my brain wants to say Arson. I love Arson to death. And, like, I know you could say Nox, but I really want that dark damage. But then again, Izanagi pretty much covers both of those. Sorry, Arson. Love you, buddy, but... now I have this stupid guy. She's so big.
After hatching the eggs and teaching Relaxosaurus some moves, I gathered up all of my treasure and my pal spheres, and I went to Fisherman's Point to sell all of them. I need more ammo for my gun, and I have no intentions of making my own ammo. I bought all the ammo I could afford and decided to run around the big scary volcano for a while on an egg hunt. I searched for one full in-game day and I found a pretty good haul. It wasn't the best by any means, but I did find 4 scorching eggs, 5 large scorching eggs, and 4 huge scorching eggs. I was really hoping for another huge dragon egg, but these will still be pretty nice, so you know the drill. Let's get to hatching. We'll first do the scorching eggs, and then we'll do the large scorching eggs, and then we'll finally do the huge scorching eggs. So let's knock these out and see what we get. A ferocious Kelpsy Ignis, that's pretty cool. Another Kelpsy Ignis, okay. Okay, cool, 2 Van Worms, that's gonna be really nice for condensing later on. Alright, first large scorching eggs gets us a Reptyro. And the second one gets us a Wixen, alright. Another Wixen. A second Reptyro. Ooh, a Pyronoct. That's pretty cool. Okay, now, it is time. It is time for the main showing, dear viewer. We have huge scorching eggs. Let's see what the very first one gives us. A Ragnahawk. Awesome. Another Pyronoct. Another Pyronoct. Don't you dare be another Pyronoct. And a Blazehound-Noct. Okay. I'm actually pretty happy with all of that, and it looks like we got some pretty good passives on those. Oh wow, these are bosses too. That's amazing. This Pyronoct that has Ferocious and Blood of the Dragon. Then we have a Runner Pyronoct. The Blazehound-Noct, nothing too crazy. The boss Ragnahawk with Ferocious is pretty insane. A Musclehead Reptyro. Whoa. You're kidding me. We got a Swift Van Worm? Okay, sorry Izanagi. You're instantly getting replaced with Izanagi the second. Oh, that's awesome actually. Dang, I'm pretty excited about this. We have a male and female Pyronoct, so in the future we can actually breed these, and then maybe we can get a Pyronoct that would have Runner and Ferocious. After hatching all those eggs, I went out exploring once more. I found a dark egg, a common egg, a damp egg, a rocky egg, a large dark egg, and a large damp egg. For me, just flying around the map because I was bored, this was actually a pretty nice haul. I went back to my base and I hatched my eggs. The common egg hatched into a Rabunny, the damp egg was a Serpent, the rocky egg was a Dumud, the dark egg was a Daydream, the large damp egg was a Penking, and the large dark egg was a Nox. Okay, I need some fast gold, so off to my bank, Black Marketeers, and Trusts. I'm going to be going to multiple different bank branches to make a relatively significant withdrawal. While I was exploring to the different branches, I found a large damp egg and a frozen egg. I'll go back to my base in a few to hatch these because I still need to take out some more gold as of now. I also happen to find this. Oh man. Do I have a lucky clause? I don't know if I have a lucky clause on this. Okay, listen, we're gonna catch it for now because it's a Depresso, but I can't remember if I had a lucky clause in this run or not. Oh, shoot. So we'll catch this, and then I will scrub through my footage to see if I have a lucky clause. If I do, great, we get to keep the Depresso. If not, then we'll just have to not keep the lucky Depresso, but we'll check that out in a minute. I found a large common egg, and then I went to the last bake branch I needed to pull my gold out. Now that I have a nice withdrawal of 42,000 gold in my inventory, it's time to spend it. And you know where that means, dear viewer? Dune Shelter. I want to take Lily and Lyleen on, but I need an actual handgun. I'll need to level up twice to be able to make one, but I can first buy all the ammo I need for now. I ended up buying 391 shots, then I went back to my base to hatch those eggs. Alright, frozen egg first. Oh, we get another Chillet. That's awesome. Alright. Let's do the large common egg. A Grintale, sick. And the large damp egg. A Musclehead Penking. Oh, now that's interesting. Okay, hang on a second. Oh man. Do we change out Captain Kidd for the Musclehead Penking?
I think we do, right? I think we do. Yeah. Alright, Pen King. You will now be known as Captain Kid the Second. It's so fun.
After hatching these eggs, I went on my merry way to go fight bosses to level up. First up being Chillet, then King Paka.
We got the legendary old bow schematic. That would have come in handy a long time ago.
I fought Azarobe. I fought Bushi. I took on Quivern. I fought Elphadran. I fought Patalia. I had a raid happen at my base, and then I fought Chillet again just because. My leveling was slow, and I really wanted to fight Lily and Lyleen, so I pondered for a while if my pals were up to the task or not. I pondered this for so long while looking at the warm fire of black marketeers and trusts. I'm thinking that I'll be fine using the makeshift handgun, but I think I'll need to add Wixen to my team. Doing this would be able to give me a fire attribute to my damage. I needed to level up Wixen before I went to fight Lily and Lyleen though, so I decided the easiest way would be to run some dungeons. I went to Fisherman's Point to buy some ammo, and then I proceeded to take on a couple of dungeons. The first dungeon I did was a level 29 dungeon. It was relatively easy, and after beating the boss Fellbat, I leveled up to 28. The chest gave me a few training manuals, which meant I was able to get Wixen up to level 28. I'm going to run one more dungeon, and I think that'll be enough to fully level up Wixen. This dungeon was really nothing to write home about. The boss was Grintale, and it just went swimmingly. After completing this dungeon and giving Wixen more training manuals, it was still under level by 1, but only 300 experience away from leveling. So rather than doing another dungeon, I decided to just take on Relaxosaurus Lux for the first time. I used Reptyro, and man, it was doing well for being 5 levels under the boss. At one point, the Relaxosaurus Lux did a weird fighter jet maneuver. This was concerning at the level of speed and agility that such a big creature as itself could have. But never fear, we took it down and we leveled up our pals. Now that Wixen is leveled up, I think it's time to fight Lily and Lyleen. I built the uncommon metal helm, cold-resistant metal armor, a mega glider, and I wanted to make the Giga Shield, but to do that, I needed to set up a factory, which meant I needed some materials. While out getting said materials, I found a huge common egg. After hatching said huge common egg...
Alright, let's see what this huge common egg gives us. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh my god.
I got to work on making my very small, but charming, factory area. Ah, and the construction is completed. I know this isn't the perfect base, but I'm really liking how small and compact it is. It does what it needs to do. With the factory built, and with my new shield made, I think it's time to head to Lily and Lyleen. On my way to the tower, I tried to unlock all of the fast travel points I could. Since I was running there, I was running into a couple eggs. I found a large Verdant egg and a normal Verdant egg. I'm here at the tower now, and it's time to see if my pals and I are ready to take down Lily and Lyleen. I have the utmost faith in them. I just hope to have faith in myself. So let's do this. Although Lily and Lyleen are level 25, it felt like they were on the same level as myself and Wixen. If I were to hit headshots on Lily, I could do around 350 to 375 damage, which meant this fight went on longer than I wanted it to. Lyleen's moves are pretty easy to read and dodge for the most part. The biggest move I always seem to have an issue with is the move Aqua Burst. I'll dodge the initial blast from it, but then like the actual blast radius itself damages me. It's not a lot, but it's still annoying. I still can't figure out how to dodge that. The fight may have been longer than I wanted, but with Wixen's partner ability, things were fine. Towards the end of the fight, I had a couple slip-ups, and I was pretty low on health. I was concerned for maybe a second or two, but then I realized that we had just won the battle, and I was able to exhale and breathe again.
Whew. That was close. You did amazing, Wixen. I am so proud of you. Come here. Oh, dang it. Come on. Okay, let's get out of here real quick. We'll go back to the base. Wixen, come here. You did great. So proud of you. Woohoo! That was crazy. Let's hatch these eggs that we got on the way to Lyleen. We will do the verdant egg first. And we got a Stronghold Strategist Tansy. Let's see here. The large verdant egg gives us a Robin Quill. Okay. I'm pretty stoked about that. I actually really like Robin Quill. That's a cool pal. Heck yeah.
Now that I beat Lily and Lyleen, I'm asking myself what's next. You'd say it's probably Axel and Orzerk, and you'd probably be right, but I have another fun idea. It may be a horrible idea, but what if I were to fight Bellanoir? I'd obviously have to level up probably 5 times, get better gear, prepare an area for it, etc. But hey, you are here for the content, and I am here to make said content. So, dear viewer, let's start preparing for the level 30 raid of Bellanoir. I went out to do some resource gathering. The main thing I really needed was sulfur, but I was also looking for some eggs. So let me give you like the quick cliff notes, the TLDR if you will, for what this adventure entailed. I found a verdant egg. You guys saw me find that huge verdant egg already. And I also found a dark egg. I found one singular sulfur node and mined it, and then I went back to my base to hatch those eggs I found. But before that, I had an unfortunate thing happen.
Oh my god, I accidentally hit stop recording. Anywho, there's a level 40 Mossanda right down there, and it's lucky. I am level 28. So I don't think this would even be possible. But just to say I tried it, we're going to throw a hypersphere at its back. And if this catches, I'll go buy a lottery ticket. Alright, nope. I will not be buying a lottery ticket. That's fine. We have... I think actually, I don't know if I have a lucky Mossanda on my main save. I know I have it on the 100 days save, like the OG 100 days save that I did. Thinking about that, I know that was only like 3 months ago, but good God, that feels like a different lifetime. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, I really ought to look up if I actually had a lucky clause for this run or not, but that's a future Megabits problem. I made some gunpowder, and then I let my pals make me some coarse ammo as I went to have lunch. I got back from lunch and I ended up with 349 shots of coarse ammo. I'm going to be using the rest of the gunpowder that I already made to make handgun ammo for when I actually get said handgun. Editor's note, I thought that was handgun ammo at the time. I literally just clicked on it and started crafting. I didn't realize till later in the run that I just made more coarse ammo, so that's fun. After this, I went out exploring again. I spent most of my time opening chests, finding sulfur nodes, and egg hunting. I didn't find too much, but I did find a large electric egg and this egg.
Oh my god. Aha! Oh, we got another huge dragon egg. Oh man, that is incredibly exciting. Now, don't get me wrong, that could totally just be another Relaxosaurus, which would, really suck, if I'm being honest. But we have the opportunity of getting a really good pal from that huge dragon egg. So, let's go back to base, let's hatch it, and we'll see if your boy MegaBits gets lucky or not, okay? I'm back at my base now, and it is now time to hatch these babies. Alright. It is once again our favorite time of this run. Let's do the large electric egg first. Oh, we got a beacon with bottomless stomach. That kind of sucks. But now, the moment of truth. Do we get something that's not Relaxosaurus out of the huge Dragon Age? Oh my... We got another Relaxosaurus, and it is an awful... It is a really, really bad Relaxosaurus. So it has Glutton, which I'm pretty sure every Relaxosaurus has Glutton until you, like, breed that passive out. But it has Pacifist, too. This is bad. This is not great. I was kind of bored with grinding, so I just kind of started to wander off aimlessly in the map. And then I had this happen. Okay. I really need to watch my old video to see if I have a Lucky Claws or not, because this is getting ridiculous now. Oh, Megabits of the past, you better have a Lucky Claws. I said nothing about Luckies. Nothing. I said nothing about Luckies. What was wrong with me? Okay, boom. Now we have a Lucky Claws in this run. I can catch Luckies, and I can only use them in my base. I will not be using said Luckies in my party. Ah man, I totally forgot that I promised a Bellanoir raid battle. I really need to start preparing for this. I really need to level up. So I did a few dungeons. With my current PAL team, they were all relatively easy. The last one I did, I even leveled up to 29, which was my goal because I wanted to make the actual handgun rather than the makeshift handgun. That dungeon also dropped the schematic for the uncommon metal armor. I don't know if I'll make the metal armor since I think I prefer the cold resistant armor that I have now, but we'll see. Once I left the dungeon, I found a large dark egg, and I heard a noise. The noise. Oh, hello. Do I even have... Yeah, I have a hypersphere. That's fine. My darling Wixen, get out here. Okay, that's enough. Got him good. Oh, it's Work Slave too. That's actually gonna be really good for the base. Ugh, I'm so excited. Things are going well. I need to go back to my base now to make some gear and hatch this egg. All right, first things first, let's hatch this large dark egg. Ooh, Meritith. That's pretty cool. I don't necessarily know if I'll use it, but it's cool nonetheless. I don't know when I got the schematic for the uncommon handgun, but I'm pretty excited about that. I need to wait for my pals to refine 100 ingot, then I'm going to be able to make it. In the meantime, I'm going to run a couple dungeons in hopes of getting more Bellanoir slab fragments. I went back to my base and crafted the uncommon handgun. Now it is time for me to sleep, as witty name is feeling eepy. Okay, so next order of business is really just leveling up. And you know, rather than being repetitive and telling you all the dungeons I cleared, the random bosses, etc, etc, let's just do a quick cut into this. Bam! I am now level 35. I put most of my stat points into damage, which got me to an attack stat of 132. I haven't unlocked any technologies yet, so let's do that real quick. Alright, while doing all of my leveling up, I did find a total of 5 eggs. We have 3 verdant eggs and 2 scorching eggs. I don't foresee us getting anything amazing, but let's hatch them. Oh, Guma. I love Gumas. Oh, shoot. A B-Guard. Oh, that's amazing, actually. We're throwing B-Guard into our ranch. 100%. Where are you at, B-Guard? Guard, you're not going to do any of this. You are only going to be in the ranch. Okay, that's actually really exciting. If and when we ever get to the point that we start doing breeding, having a B-Guard here is going to make our lives way easier, just getting, you know, a good amount of honey here.
Okay, so I need a lot of ingot. With me being level 35 now, I've unlocked 3 new saddles that I'd like to try out. Beacon, Pyron Noct, and Blazehowl Noct. Since I needed a lot of ingot, it's time for some base upgrades. I moved around a lot of the base, and I decided to make an ore mining site too. Things here are for sure looking a little cramped, but I think I'm liking this vibe a lot. It's a small and compacted base, yes, but it works for me. I do need flame organs, so I'm going to set up a base that I can teleport to near the volcanic area by Verdant Brook. Once this base was made, I went out and got all of the flame organs I needed. Since I was knocking out Flambell, I also got high quality Powell oil, which realistically is never a bad thing to stock up on. I went back to my base and I hatched this large dark egg I found. Alright, let's see what the large dark egg gives us. A Tombat. That is actually kinda nice. I'm blown away that that's the first Tombat we've gotten in this run, but hey, I'm down for Tombat. Tombat's pretty cool. I made the saddles for Beacon, Blazehowl Noct, and Pyron Noct. Oh my god. Pyron Noct looks amazing. Wow. Oh, welcome to the team, buddy. Okay, Blazehowl Noct is cool. I was hoping it could fly, but it cannot. And it's slow as sin, so sorry, Blazehowl, you will not be on the team. Oh my god, I forgot about Satan. And Satan the second. Oh man, I am funny. That's good. Wow. So as of now, this is the team. While fighting Bellanoir, I'll be riding on Chillet to add dragon damage to my gun. But before I go to fight Bellanoir, I need to level up my pals and get some more ammo for my handgun. I went to Dune Shelter to sell off my treasure and to buy ammo. After that, I ran around hunting for chests and fighting pals to level up my own pals. Things were going pretty well. I got my pals leveled up quite a bit. There's still a little more work to do, but that's totally fine. While doing all of this, I also found some eggs. I found 2 huge scorching eggs, an electric egg, and a dark egg. I also found the schematic for the rare handgun, so I'll be making that when I get back to my base. I went to the Wildlife Sanctuary number 3 and I found some good loot, including 5 Bellanoir fragments. With all of this newfound progress I made, I went back to my lovely base, and it's time for me to start hatching some eggs. Alright, it is time to hatch all these eggs I found. So we'll do the electric egg first. Oh, we got a Jolt Hog, and it's Dainty Eater, not bad. Let's do the dark egg. I leveled up to 36. I did not want to level up that much before Bellanoir, but that's fine. A Cognito, that's pretty sick. Alright, the first huge scorching egg. A Suzaku, not bad, okay. And the second one, what do we get? Another Suzaku. Okay, honestly, that not bad at all. I'm pretty excited about that. I crafted the rare handgun, and then I went to do a couple more dungeons to finish leveling up my pals. I did a few of them, then I took on a couple higher level dungeons within the desert area. I also found this. What? Why is there a chest on the outside of the dungeon? Huh. That is interesting. I do this every now and then.
Mostly just because going through these dungeons gets very repetitive when you do these challenges as much as I do them. Now, granted, you can say it's cheating because it totally is cheating. I completely understand, but anywho, I say all of that because I have never seen a chest spawn on top of the dungeon before. That's weird. Oh, we got the rare pump action shotgun. That's interesting. I don't think I'll make it for Bellanoir because honestly, I feel like we're I feel like we're more than ready for Bellanoir. I'm just trying to get my pals all kind of leveled up to the same level, which might be, you know, over preparing, but I just don't want, you know, lower level pals while I'm fighting Bellanoir. The main pal I needed to worry about was Chillet, and Chillet's already level 36, so that should be fine. Okay, let's do one more dungeon, and then I think we should try Bellanoir after this.
With this last dungeon, I was able to level up my pals to where I thought they would be ready to go, and now that I'm back at my base, I feel ready for the fight with Bellanoir. I built 2 tablets, and then I went out to find a location to fight them. The devs did such a good job with this raid. Every time I do this battle, it just always feels so incredibly epic. You know, with the sky turning a different color and your surroundings getting dark, it feels like a real battlefield. The fight with Bellanoir was for sure insane. Not a minute in, and I already had a pal get knocked out.
Beacon's out. Beacon's out. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, this is crazy.
Now, that was for sure concerning, but I felt like my pals and I were still doing some pretty significant damage. Pyron Knock got knocked out about 1.5 minutes into the fight.
Pyron Knock's about to get knocked out. Pyron Knock's out.
And then at the 2-minute mark, I had a major oversight happen. Hunger.
Oh god, half of my pals are hungry. That's not good. Oh no.
Now this was a problem. If you're unaware, hunger is a debuff for you and your pals. You get a 20% attack and defense debuff if your pals are hungry. It's bad, and we needed all the damage we could possibly get while fighting Bellanoir.
Oh god, I have no food. Oh my gosh. Alright. We gotta go back to my base real quick. I'll be back for you in a second. Don't you worry, lady. Oh man, I did not think this out. I completely forgot that they needed food, and I forgot Relaxosaurus is a monster, and it eats so much because it has the glutton perk, or passive. Yeah, we will get our pals some food real quick, and then hopefully we'll be fine. You need food.
Ugh, this was embarrassing to say the least. The fact that I completely neglected food and I just forgot that I needed food for this, I still can't believe while I'm editing this video that I just forgot to check my food. After feeding all of the pals, I made 2 pal beds really quick in hopes of reviving my other pals faster, and then I was going to keep them in the pal box so they could heal up. Once my pals were rescued, I put them back in the pal box so they could heal. Then I had a little bit of a misclick. When I went back to the Bellanoir raid, I accidentally threw in some of my own base pals rather than my full raiding team, so they died a pretty bad death. But you know, that's just a risk sometimes.
Oh, I put the wrong pal out. Robin Quill wasn't supposed to be out here. That poor pal had no idea what the hell was happening.
This was very sloppy, and I am the only person to blame here. Now, granted, I've maybe fought Bellanoir, I don't know, a handful of times, maybe like 5 or 10 times, but this was by far my worst performance against Bellanoir. Maybe I was nervous, I don't know, but I suffered a lot of losses that I most likely didn't need to suffer if I would have just planned this better.
dude. Oh my god, this is so bad. There. God. Oh my god, that just took out so many of our pals. Oh no, there goes Relaxosaurus and Orpheus. Oh man. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. We're almost done. Has 10,000 health left. Oh, that freeze. Let's go. Get out of here. My god. That was insane. I don't even know what to say. Oh man, we have a lot of PAL fatalities here. These two weren't even supposed to be in the battle, so I feel really bad about that. They just kind of got thrown into it. Okay, so in total, we lost, what, 6 pals? Yeah, my blood pressure's a little raised, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, now that we've beat Bellanoir, let's hatch this egg. And, you know, honestly, if we get lucky, maybe this Bellanoir will have some pretty good passives. But, let's see. Okay, well, fragrant foliage, whatever it is, that's not terrible. I don't really know what I would have preferred, but I'm not upset by it.
Good lord, that fight was insane. I, of course, had a few missteps and a couple major missteps that I'm not proud of, but hey, I beat it. I feel pretty good about that win. It could have been better, but, you know, that's fine. We still won. And because of that, I felt more than prepared to take on Axel and Orzerk. I thought, you know, beating the Bellanoir raid would mean that I was, like, set to fight Axel and Orzerk. So, let's go do that. I brought Reptyro back into my party, leveled it up off camera, and then I headed to the tower.
Whoa!
Okay, so this fight did not go as planned. About a minute in, I realized that I should have brought a certain pal. Now, me being editor MegaBits, it's funny because the pal I wanted to bring is incredibly weak to electric, so I don't really know exactly what I was thinking, but here's what happened.
I should have brought Penking. Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was a bad hit. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna restart this. I should have brought Penking. I was just thinking dealing with the electricity with Reptyro would be good, but I think I think having Penking on my team and alternating between the two is going to be the way better. I think that's gonna be the way we win this. Okay. Attempt number 2. I know I'm not at full health, but it's fine. Witty name will be alright.
Ah, famous last words. I realize now that the Bellanoir raid just kind of overinflated my ego. I figured since I was able to beat the raid boss, I'd be more than able to take on Axel and Orzerk. I once again neglected to realize an incredibly obvious factor. I had like 10 pals fighting Bellanoir. In the tower, I can only use 1 pal at a time. Again, I don't fully understand what past MegaBits was thinking here, but Axel and Orzerk humbled me.
Wow, we are not doing enough damage. Oh man. I might have underestimated Axel and Orzerk.
This fight did not go as I planned whatsoever. I forgot just how ferocious that these two were, and it showed.
I don't have enough ammo. Oh my gosh. Oh god, now I have the crossbow. This is so bad. Yeah, it's blatantly obvious to me that we're not gonna win this, but I want to be a good influence for you guys and for my pals. You don't quit when things get hard. You keep going. Man, this is crazy. After doing Bellanoir, I thought I thought we were gonna be good. I thought this was gonna be a breeze. Okay. Oh, Reptile came up to me like, what happened? Oh, man. Okay, well, you know, aw, cute. We learned a lot from that fight. One, we're not ready. I don't think the handgun's gonna do it. I would like honestly, I would like an assault rifle, but we're gonna have to level up a little bit more.
So, like, eggs. You feel me? Eggs. I think last time we fought Bellanoir, beat Lyleen, but then we got stomped by Axel and Orzerg, right? I think the first thing I truly need to do now is start breeding. Unfortunately for me, I haven't got all of the pals I need to start making cakes, though. I need a chickpea, which means it's time for me to go and find some eggs. I fought Chillet for no reason. Yeah, sorry, buddy. You're still one of my favorite pals. You're just right there. I'm sorry. I found a large verdant egg, ran over a few chickpea to get some of their eggs. I found a common egg, then I found a second common egg. I went back to my base to hatch all of these eggs, but I didn't get all that lucky. I hatched a Dinossum, Direhow, and a Galeclaw.
Dang it. That is not anything I wanted.
I decided to change my base pals up a little bit to make things just a little bit more efficient. I took out Robinquill and Celeray and instead put in Penking for watering and Chillet with Artisan for cooling. After doing this, I pet my Chillet and I was concerned about the face it gave me while doing it. It was at this point I then decided to sub in Sweet instead. Now that I have a cooler, I'm gonna continue looking for eggs, while running over quite a bit of chickpea for their eggs. I found a dark egg, a large dark egg, and I trampled oh so many chickpeas.
Not an owl, a real scream.
I went back to my base to drop off food into my cooler, then I hatched the 2 dark eggs I found. Okay, so what if I were to just, like, breed a chickpea? Never mind, nix that idea, because it seems the only way you can breed for a chickpea is using 2 chickpeas, and I don't have 1 chickpea. Well, that's probably going to cause some problems down the line, but let's talk about another thing that I need to make cake. I need milk, which means I need Mazzarinas. I have no idea if I'm able to even get Mazzarinas from eggs at this point. Luckily for me, though, I can breed a Reptyro and a T-Fant to get a Mazzarina. How does that work? I have no idea, but we have the puzzle pieces, just not all of them here. The problem is I need a cake. I just need 1 singular cake. Fortunately for me, but also unfortunately for me, there is 1 single pal that will drop cake if you defeat them, 1% of the time. It's Lovander. With a huge disdain in my heart for this pal, I was going to go on an absolute spree, trying to find the 1 Lovander which would drop me the ever sought after cake. On my way to the desert, where I knew Lovander spawned in, I did find 2 eggs, a scorching egg and a frozen egg. Once I got to the desert, I realized that Lovander will only spawn at night. Go figure. I decided to find a nice spot to AFK for a while until nighttime. It was officially nighttime and I was very excited to start my hunt for the Lovanders. Unfortunately, it wasn't very fruitful. I ended up taking out, I don't even know how many. I put in the script that I would count and figure it out. I'm not gonna do that. Just understand, it was a lot. I didn't get 1 singular cake tonight, but one of them did drop suspicious juice, which is very suggestive, PALWORLD. Very suggestive. Anyway, night 1 left me with only this juice and mushrooms, not the haul I wanted. I'll attempt this again the next night, but I'm gonna increase my pal spawn rate to 3 times the normal amount. Is this cheating? Yes. Yes, it is. I changed my settings, and then I went back to my base to kill some time before night came. I hatched those 3 eggs I found, and I got a Sweet, a Fox Sparks, and a Lunaris.
That's pretty cool. Getting a Lunaris? Huh. I have never, ever used Lunaris before. Oh, it increases your max capacity? That's kind of cool. Level 3 handiwork? Oh, that's pretty crazy. Okay. Huh. Well, that's pretty neat.
I had a raid happen on my base that was ended pretty abruptly. I then went out to get some chickpea eggs, and then I found a lucky pangolin.
Oh, wow. Hello. I feel like this would go against the challenge since I 3x'd the PAL appearance rate. But, you know, we've already cheated once. Let's just cheat again. Because it feels so good. Sick. We got a lucky pangolin. I won't complain about that. I love pangolin.
After dealing with the fact that I was a dirty, dirty cheater, I went around and trampled more chickpea and lamball. Then I found another lucky.
We continue with the cheating. Lucky Gumas, lucky Gumas. Yeah.
So at this point, I think I just fully fell into being a cheater, and I lost it a bit. Let's go get some cake. While waiting for night to fall, I found a large frozen egg and a large electric egg. I also found another lucky. For what it's worth, I don't plan on using these luckies that I have found while my 3x PAL multiplier is up, but I'll still catch them because I love luckies. Anyway, it's now time for the culling of Lavanders. Well, night 2 is a success in the fact that I was able to take out quite a bit of Lavanders, but it was unsuccessful in me getting cake from any of them. I'm just gonna cut to when I actually get the cake. I don't know how many days are gonna last, but yeah, here we go.
Oh my god, I got a cake! I got a cake! I got a cake! Oh, that took so long. Updates. I leveled up. I'm level 37. And I got a cake. Oh my god. We got the cake. The cake is in the bag. Do we go for a second cake? I have 19 minutes until I have to put this away. Alright, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go for a second cake. Oh, we got a second cake. Oh, what happened to that lavender? Okay. We have 2 cakes now. That's good. I'm tired. I'm tired of hunting lavender.
You know what else I'm tired of? Doing these horrible segues into me saying that you should subscribe and hit that like button. I'm so sorry. Right now, 81.9% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by August, and you could play a huge role in making that happen, dear viewer. I want to thank you for your continued support, and just know I couldn't do any of this without you. I went back to my base to put my 2 cakes in my cooler box, and then I hatched the 2 large eggs I found.
Oh, we got a sweeper. Nice. And a univolt. Not bad. Can't complain about those.
Now that that's done, I'm gonna need a breeding farm, so it's time to start building. And this was far harder than I expected, dear viewer. Although I do love my tiny little base, I could not find a singular spot that I was able to actually lay down the breeding farm. And trust me when I say I tried a lot of different areas, and I tried building my base up in various different ways to make it work, and it just wouldn't. I was running out of ideas for this base, and I made a drastic decision. The fire base. I decided that this base, the fire base, would become my breeding base. So I then got to work on making a big platform that would hold the breeding farm. After a few tries, I got it made. Now that it's complete, I need to set this base up so it can be somewhat fine on its own, which meant I needed to make some plantations. This is what I've built thus far. It's not pretty, but it'll do its job for now. Now that I've completed this, I can finally start breeding. I first need a Mazzarina so I can start collecting milk for cake. I did indeed have a plan in my head for how I'd do this, Because again, you can breed a Reptyro and a Teefant for a Mazzarina. And that was originally what I was going to do.
Wait. Do I really not have a Teefant yet? Oh, that's bad. I was doing all of this under the impression that I had a Teefant. But I don't. Okay, hang on. Let's go back to the PALWORLD breeding calculator, and we will see what we find. Oh my god. Oh, Foxparks and Sweep Up. We have that. We have a lucky Foxparks, and we just hatched a Sweep Up. Please tell me you are a female too. Oh my goodness. Come here, Sweep Up. Okay, cool. So that's nice. Alright. Well, now we wait.
While waiting for my Mazzarina egg, I ran into my Pen King doing something weird. Are you okay, buddy? You good? Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. And now I finally have what should be a Mazzarina egg. If this isn't, this is gonna suck hard, and I might just snap my keyboard in half.
It's here. The egg that should be a Mazzarina. Mazzarina, the cow. It should be the cow. Yes! It has Musclehead, Vanguard, Mine Foreman, and Downtrodden. Oh, that's funny. Sick. Okay, we're gonna get rid of one of the Mao. Where is the Mazzarina? Hello? There it is. Oh, this is awesome. We are one step closer to being able to fully just breed. Yeah, so we have the Mazzarina. That's going to give us milk. We have the Bee Guard that has been giving us honey. We already have more than enough berries, and the last thing we need is going to be eggs. But realistically, I can just run around and fight a whole bunch of Chickapee. So, let's do that. Okay, I just realized, although it is, you know, just so much fun trampling hundreds of Chickapees, I'm not a monster, you know, so I just remembered that we can just buy eggs, and I think we can buy eggs over the village over there. So yeah, let's take a withdrawal out of Black Marketeers and Trusts, and then we'll go buy some eggs. I completely forgot that you can also just buy milk from this guy. Okay, it's fine. 189 eggs, that seems fine. And we'll buy 100 milk for now. So now we have everything to make cake. So let's go do that now. Oh my god, I forgot about flour. Oh, I forgot about flour. Oh no, dude. I completely forgot about flour. Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah, you know, he totally remembers that flour is straight up the main ingredient of eggs. There's no way he would forget about the flour. Ah, man. Ow, what a misstep. I can't believe I forgot about this. Okay, well, we're gonna need wheat plantations regardless, so we will set up 2. What a rookie mistake, MegaBits. You're better than that. Yeah, I'm blown away that I just completely forgot that flour existed. Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go get some wheat, get some monies, and buy wheat for now so I can make some flour. I'll be back.
I took another withdrawal out from my bank, then I teleported back home. Quick side note, when you guys use the Homeworld Thundercloud, do y'all think it kind of looks like your character is letting out just a ghastly fart? I don't know, food for thought. I went to the small settlement and I bought all of the wheat that I possibly could. I grabbed what flour was made in my base and I started cooking 11 cakes.
Oh boy. I'm gonna be here for a while.
And for a while I was. I decided it would be a good time for me to break for lunch, so I just let my game run for a while. I came back from lunch and I had 11 cakes ready to go. I put them in the breeding farm and then I needed to decide what pals I wanted to breed for. Okay, so I've figured out what pals that I want, but before I show you guys, put down in the comments below what you think I'm going for.
All right. Egg number 1 is here. Let's go hatch this and hope it did not get brittle from that univolt. I really hope it didn't, but I'm prepared to probably have brittle on this. It doesn't have brittle. It just has fragrant foliage. I don't know why that word's so hard for me. But anywho, we have a Warsect now. I love Warsect. Look at that design. 10 out of 10. Warsect's great. Okay, so that's the first pal that I wanted. Now I'm gonna breed for the next pal that I want.
Okay, now that I've done that, I'm waiting for my next pal egg. Let's go level up Warsect. I fought Chillet.
Oh my god. Oh wow. I'm very sorry, Chillet. Yeah, I know Chillet is only a level 11, but I was not expecting to just one-shot it like that. I feel a little bad about that, not gonna lie.
Then Catris. I fought Beacon. I fought Verdash. Then decided to go back to my breeding base to check for eggs.
Dang. Okay. This is gonna take a little bit longer than I expected. Alright, well, let's go take on more bosses then. I'll go fight Wumbo Botan. That might not be a bad idea. Yep, we're going after that next. Yeah.
Ah, so long, Space Cowboy. After fighting Wumbo Botan, I fought Mossanda Lux. I went back to my base and I picked up my first egg.
Yes, it's time. What? You already have a second egg almost done? What? Okay, well, let's wait for the second or two and get the second egg. Sick. Alright, we got the second egg. I want to put Univolt back in because I want to see if we can get better stats on Warsect. And I probably should have done that before I started leveling it, but it's fine. It's fine. But anywho, let's hatch these eggs, and you guys can see the next pal that I've been wanting. That's right, we got a Belazamut. Please don't give me unstable on this one too. Dang it. Yeah, I'm thinking out of the two, this is definitely stronger, just because it also has cold-blooded.
Now that I had these new pals on my team, it was time to level them up. I plan on doing quite a bit of dungeons. They themselves will give experience, but if I'm lucky, they'll also drop those experience manuals. Before I did that though, I needed to make another withdrawal from Black Marketeers and Trusts. You see, I need more ammo, which means I needed more gold to buy it because I sure as heck wasn't gonna make my own ammo. Who do you think I am? With 38,000 gold in hand, I bought 323 bullets for my handgun. Now I feel a little safer getting experience for myself and my pals. Before I did any dungeons, I found this electric egg, and then I opened a chest that gave me an experience manual. Since that happened, I decided it was time to go treasure hunting. I didn't get too many experience manuals while hunting, but my Belazama and Warsect are now both level 32, which is awesome. But what was even cooler was all the eggs I found.
Oh man, a huge electric egg. That is very exciting. Oh, hey, look, there's another electric egg. Wow. The eggs are just popping off this morning. Yeah, I have no idea what could be in the huge electric egg. Well, I mean, I guess I have a couple ideas. I'm really hoping that it could be a Grizzbolt. That would be amazing. But yeah, we'll hunt for some more treasure, and then we will go back to my base, and we'll see what's in those eggs very soon.
In total, I found 4 electric eggs, 1 large electric egg, and 1 huge electric egg. Since I had these 6 eggs just sitting in my inventory, I decided it was time to go and hatch them.
As always, we'll do the normal electric eggs first. We got a ferocious Jolt Hog with Veil of Darkness. That's so funny. And we got a bottomless stomach Jolt Hog. All right. Oh, we got a Sparkit. That's the first Sparkit we've gotten this run. That's awesome. Another Sparkit. Okay. Let's wait to see what its passive is. Blood of the Dragon. That's interesting. Let's do the large electric egg. A Rayhound with Nimble. Oh, that's amazing. I love Rayhound. And finally, the huge electric egg. The biggest prize of the treasure hunt. A unstable Rayhound. Okay, well, that sucked. I was hoping for not... Of course, it's Alpha 2, and it got unstable. That sucks. Dang it.
With all of these electric eggs hatched, I stopped by my breeding base to pick up Warsect eggs. Once I hatched those eggs, I then ranked up my Warsect to 1 star.
Did I not ever remake? No, I did not. Okay, well. Let's remake the Pal condenser.
I decided it was time to finally start doing dungeons. I wanted to level myself up to 40 before I fought Axel and Orzerk again. So a lot of grinding needed to happen. But don't worry, you don't need to see all of that grinding, dear viewer, because I am now level 40. While leveling up, I did find a huge common egg, so let's also hatch that real quick.
Huh. A gory rat that has Hooligan and Swift. That is so interesting.
Since I'm level 40, I think it's time to take on Axel and Orzerk once again. Before I do that, I have a few more preparations I'd like to complete. I really want to increase me and my pals' attack as much as I possibly can, so I'm going to be making the Rush Roar Bacon and Eggs. I need Rush Roar Pork to make this happen though, so off I went to go hunt them down. After doing quite a bit of searching and hunting for them, I was able to actually make 9 of the Rush Roar dishes. I'm now going to use Pal Souls to rank up some of my pals. I've mostly focused on Warsect and Belasma while doing this. I think they'll be putting in quite a lot of work while fighting Axel and Orzerk. The last thing I want to do is get more ammo for my handgun. I grabbed all of my treasures, took out a withdrawal from Black Marketeers and Trusts, you know, I am their favorite customer, and then I bought what ammo I could.
Oh my god, that was all an accident. I misclicked. Oh no, dude. Okay, well, I'm just gonna buy all of this. Oh! You guys just killed him! Oh my god! If I'm gonna get taken in, I'm gonna get taken in for something crazy. You know? Alright, the whole town's taken out. What will you guys do now? What are you planning on doing down there? Oh. I guess that's what you're planning on doing down there. Wow.
I made a set of heat-resistant refined metal armor, and then I feel like I was officially ready to take on Axel and Orzerk once again. So, Editor MegaBits here, and rewatching this fight, it really does kind of blow me away how much damage that Axel and Orzerk just weren't taking. I know that I really didn't get to like min-max my pals or get the best weapons, but still, we're level 40, have a 10% attack buff because of our food. My character themselves mostly got stat points in attack, and we even had the epic handgun. I was still only doing 250 to 315 damage. I don't know, I might just be a little jaded since I've played so much Palworld and my main save at this point is somewhat insane, so who knows. Anyway, this fight went on far longer than I was previously expecting. Before doing this fight, I figured this would be kind of a super easy one for my team and me, but it really wasn't, and I've kind of found a new respect for this tower boss. I was constantly getting headshots off, which meant critical hits, and my pals were doing a pretty big amount of damage too. But again, the fight was just dragging on. At the 5-minute mark, Orzerk's health was a little over 30,000. I wasn't worried at all about not having enough time to finish this fight, obviously. I was just really blown away by how long it survived for. Another 2 minutes passed, and they were defeated.
Oh my god. That... that was a lot more difficult than I was expecting. Like, a lot more difficult than I was expecting. Wow. Yeah, no, I don't know. I have many a concern about Marcus and Phalerus, and then, of course, Victor and Shadowbeak. I also forgot that I left a whole bunch of eggs here. So that's fun. We should probably hatch these, right? Oh my god, we got Ferocious. Oh. Oh gosh, that Ferocious is amazing. That is going to be awful trying to breed out, though. Alright. Let's go get the last Warsect eggs now. I'm so fat. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Give me like a muscle head. A muscle head Warsect with Ferocious would be phenomenal. Come on, Palworld, be nice to me. Dang it. Palworld was not nice to me. But we have a Ferocious Warsect. That just means we're gonna have to start breeding that down. So yeah, we'll probably just breed these two. But anywho, that's gonna be it for this video, everybody. Next video, odds are I'm gonna be taking on Marcus and Phalerus, and I'm going to be taking on Victor and Shadowbeak. Yeah, next video is gonna be the conclusion of this series. Oh, this video will be the conclusion. Oh, that is funny. Young and naive MegaBits, how were you to know that there was going to be a whole new tower added? Okay, so it's been a while since I've been on this save. Like, the last time I played this was back in May, and a lot has changed. We've gotten the Sakurajima update, which added in a new area along with the new tower boss. Now, the goal remains the same, except now we're adding one more tower. We have to get through all 6 towers. But enough about that, let's get into this save and figure out what exactly I was doing before, and what I need to do now to prepare. Good god, I don't remember this save at all. I don't know what I was doing. Do I have Beacon Saddle? I do! Man. It's always crazy playing these super, super old saves. Because, like, you know, last time I played, like, look, Sakurajima didn't even exist. Like, so much has changed. It's kind of nuts. Okay, we have Xenovaders, but, we don't care about the Xenovaders, because we need to, we just need the meteorites. I don't know why I want the meteorites, but I want the meteorites. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of neat. It's really neat coming back to these old saves. Because, like, what is it? It's November 7th right now, and I haven't played since May. Like, so much of my life has changed in that short amount of time. And, wow, look how cute this is. Man, I'm so good at building. Now, I surely have another base, though, right? I do. Okay, so this is the base I built at the mining site. Okay, I remember this base now. Yeah, I remember this. Okay. Wow, guys, I did so much on this save that I just completely forgot about. Dang, I did so much. Oh, we have Captain Kidd and Captain Kidd the Second. I forgot about them.
I spent a long while reminiscing about my save here, and I had to start formulating a plan on what I do next. And the first thing I wanted to do was get some gold to buy some eggs, because I was never able to get a chickpea. I still haven't found a chickpea. I'm like, I don't know, 98% positive that you just can't hatch a chickpea from an egg you find outside. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I can breed for a chickpea, but spoiler alert, I never even look into that. I just decided that I was going to get gold and buy eggs. So in the spirit of getting gold, it's time to run some dungeons and collect as many skill lotuses as I could find. I'm doing this because of my gold only run here. You should go watch that. That is probably one of the best videos I've done because it was so much fun. In that run, I found out that these bad boys, the lotuses, they sell for 5,000 gold apiece. Now that is an insane profit for doing a low-level dungeon like this. So I did quite a bit of them.
Okay, I just did my first dungeon. I got 2 skill lotuses, but I hear lucky, which is always exciting. Oh, it's a lift monk. And by the way, you guys are gonna see my lucky pals are a different color. That is just because I have a mod installed that makes them be a different color. Cool. Lucky lift monk, not bad. I'm stopping by at my base to drop off all this stuff. I did not realize that I barely leveled up my weight on this save, so that sucks. So yeah, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest. But it's fine. We're just gonna pretty much fill up my inventory and come back here every time I need to. But yeah, let's go do another dungeon.
So at this point, I wanted to be able to blast through as many dungeons as I could, and my PAL team at the time was sick, but they were all way too big to fit inside said dungeons. So I brought out an old buddy called Orpheus the Rayhound, who just so happened to have Swift. This made things far faster. I went through almost all of the level 13 dungeons I could. I did this by design, since doing the lowest level dungeons made this whole process just crazy fast. While trying to find other dungeons and going to my next one, I had this happen.
Alright, I was out looking for another dungeon, and I ran into a lucky Hoocrates. Look at this purple boy. I'm so excited. I love Hoocrates. I most likely shouldn't have wasted a hypersphere, but, you know, now I'm a MegaBits that has a purple Hoocrates, when before I was just a MegaBits that had 3 hyperspheres rather than 2. So all in all, I think it was a good trade-off. That being said, I'm done with dungeons now, so we're gonna go back to my base, gather up all my treasures, sell everything, and then we'll go from there.
Like I said, it's time to go gather all of my treasures and then sell it all. I did indeed gather my treasures and then I sold them off. That feels like a run-on. That sentence felt redundant, but you know, whatever. I now have 62,116 gold. So like, what do I do with it now? Because originally, I was planning on buying a lot of eggs so I could make more cakes, thus being able to do more breeding. The thing is, I cooked all of the cakes that I could with the ingredients I already had at my base, and I was able to make 11 cakes. So as of now, I think it might be a good idea to just save my gold for the time being. I do need to start looking into breeding stronger pals for the next tower though. And the first thing I want to get is a Yormantide. This is going to be a great water pal to have regardless. And I discovered that I can get one if I brought a Surfant and a Suzaku. I don't really know how that works, and I don't know if I want to get into the, you know, biological, I don't know. But anywho, that's the first pal I want. I had them start to breed, and then a raid happened. I went to go assist my pals, my friends, and I was only met with a crash in Palworld.
Huh. Well, that is a very unfortunate time to have a crash. We just reboot, and hopefully my pals were able to, you know, fend off the raid.
Now that I'm back, I went to my main base to hatch that random Warsect egg I had.
Alright, let's see what this Warsect egg gives us. Brittle and Power of Gaia. That sucks. So I did delete one of my egg incubators from the main base, just so I'm able to have one here at the breeding base, because it seems like a waste of time going back and forth from the bases just to hatch an egg. Okay, so unfortunately MegaBits does have a full-time job, and I was gone for a minute, but we have 2 Yormantide eggs here to hatch. So let's hatch these and see if we get lucky with any sort of good passives. Okay, that's literally what I wanted, was Vanguard and Hooligan. Wow, for first egg, and we got pretty much the only passives I have right now for it. That is awesome. And the second one, Hooligan and Botanical Barrier. Alright. So we're going to put these 2 away. So that's a female, that's a male. So from here on out, we do have a male and female Yormantide. Now, I just wish I could see what their IVs were. That would be great. But this is fine. So I need to figure out what I need to breed next.
I looked over the Palworld breeding chart at palworld.gg. Sincerely, if you guys haven't used palworld.gg for any of your Palworld needs, you are missing out. There is oh so much information there. I highly recommend it. So anywho, while I was looking at said breeding chart, the only other pal that could really be of some use here would be a Suzaku Ignis, but I didn't really want that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like Suzaku. I don't understand what it is. It's weird. I'm just not a fan of it. So I decided it was time to go hunt for more eggs. I need a much bigger pool of pals that I'll be able to breed them together with so I could have more options here. And I know the exact spot that I want to hunt for eggs in. Sakurajima. I left my 2 Warsects in the breeding farm, and then I headed towards Sakurajima. During my trip there, I did grab any eggs that I saw along the way, which was only 1. I was finally in Sakurajima, and the getting was good. I spent a long while here, and on top of getting some, hopefully, great eggs, I was getting all of the treasure that I possibly could. MegaBits was getting filthy rich. Now, things were going really, really well. And I stayed out in Sakurajima so long that morning was coming. Once the sun peeked over the mountains, it was like a movie. I had an unfortunate thing happen.
Oh no. Oh, dang it. That's level 55? There's no way. There's no way. Wow, its shiny looks so cool. I'll throw 1 legendary sphere, which has a 1.82% chance of working. If this works, awesome. If not, we're leaving because this... Oh my god. That was crazy! It got 1 shake! Oh my gosh! Yeah, we can't do this. That is level 55. That is a max level pal. It will decimate me. Oh no, did it just despawn? Dang it! I was gonna try it again. Okay. Alright, well. Whatever. You know, here's how many eggs I have right now. Things are going really well. I'm probably gonna stay in Sakurajima for a little bit longer. I'm gonna have to go back to my base soon because I'm getting very close to being max capacity at weight. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get like, I don't know, 2 to 3 more eggs. But yeah, I'll see you in a minute.
Well, yeah, no, that sucked. But this was just kind of the risk of going to a higher area. You know, it's happened in a lot of runs. I love doing my treasure hunting, and going to higher level areas to do treasure hunting is a great way to get a lot of materials and, you know, PAL spheres that you normally wouldn't be able to have at the level you were at. This is just kind of the risk you run. Sure, I would have loved to have that lucky gory rat, especially since its shiny was so cool thanks to my mod, but it is fine. I had an objective to do, and I was only concerned with that. That's a lie, I wasn't really concerned with that. I'm still really upset about the shiny, but anywho, I filled my inventory to the point that I was overweight. I was oh so fat. Then, I headed back to my base to hatch the eggs I had.
Alright, so I have all of these eggs. We're just gonna go down the line and see what we get. A swift Toko. Interesting. The coward musclehead Cativa. A Grintale. I love Grintale. I really wish Grintale had a little bit more use. An Arsox. Alright, the large verdant egg. Dine awesome. Pretty cool. Let's just do the normal dark egg real quick. Cognito. Okay. Alright. And we'll do the large rocky egg, and then we'll do the huge verdant eggs next. Gory Rat Terra. That would have been nice for Axel and Warsect. Alright, the first huge verdant egg is a Verdash. I would love to know what its passives are. Positive Thinker, okay. And then another Verdash. Huh. That wasn't bad, but that really didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Sand drops 10% slower. Oh, okay, we'll throw that Verdash in. Okay, well, yeah, I'm just gonna go back to Sakurajima. I'm probably gonna make multiple trips. So what I'm gonna do is I'll make the multiple trips, and then I'm gonna fill up I'm gonna fill up a box in here with eggs, and then we'll just hatch all the eggs at once, and we'll have like a little we'll have like an egg hatching party, right? That sounds totally fine, right?
Before I went back out to Sakurajima, I decided to expand my base a little bit. I know that doing this really, like, doesn't help me. I just like building, you know? I just really, really like building in this game, and I'm so excited to get more updates and all that, but yeah, I made my hatching room bigger, and I made a second entrance that loops behind my main house. It's not perfect, it doesn't connect how I like it, but, you know, this is fine. You know, covering that little gap with the carpet works, I guess. But after this, I went back to Sakurajima to get eggs and to treasure hunt. Okay, so there was slim pickings as far as eggs go. I think I've been at this for like an hour or so, and there's just no more eggs right now. But have no fear, because boy did I load up on treasure. I'm gonna drop all of this off, then get to hatching all the eggs I've collected. I needed to make more storage for my skill fruits, as I had quite a bit. Once that was done, I started hatching all 18 of the eggs that I already had.
Ooh, a Yakumo. That is awesome. Ooh. Was it Dojin? Doggin? I don't know. I think Dojin is probably the way to say it, but I'm stoked to have that. Ooh, another beacon. That's awesome. I'm hoping it has some good passives. So let's go look over these pals and see if there's just like anything that was good that popped out. A workaholic beacon, that's interesting. So I'm gonna put Petalia in here for planting rather than Verdash, or rather than Dine Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about what I hatched. We have a much bigger pool of pals that I can use for breeding now. I have no idea what I can breed for now, but I guess I need to kind of figure that one out. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look at the PALWORLD.gg breeding calculator and just kind of see what my options are, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
I looked for a while through the PALWORLD.gg breeding chart, but honestly, there wasn't really anything there that I truly had my heart set on. And rather than wasting more materials making pals that I wasn't interested in, I decided to go run some dungeons and to level up. I'm gonna need to level up a few times before I face Marcus and Phalerus.
A few dungeons later.
So I am now nearing level 44 after doing quite a bit of grinding. But that's not enough. I'm going to get to level 44, and then I'm going to make some gear, and then potentially attempt Marcus and Phalerus. Who knows? You know, like, lol's so random. I don't know what I'm feeling right now. So I decided to fight Relaxosaurus Lux, and then I fought Yormantide, and that was just enough to push me to level 44.
Are you kidding me? Okay, wait. What if I why can't, this is stupid. Okay, what if I, like, go really high up and then jump in the water? Will that work? Give me my loot! Dang it! That sucks. That's fine, whatever. Okay. I am officially level 44. It is now time to gear up. And gear up I had planned to, but I needed to make a lot of other material first. I made what I could material-wise, then started to forge my arms. I wanted to try out ice grenades for Marcus and Phalerus because, to be honest, I've never used any grenades in this game ever. So who knows, they might be good. I made 41 of these bad boys. I then worked on making the uncommon pump-action shotgun. After this, I took my treasures, sold them off, and then I spent my gold buying handgun ammo, but mostly shotgun shells. After going on my spending spree, I realized that I never made my latest shield, the Hyper Shield. I also realized I needed to make the production line too, so I got on that, and then I was able to make the shield. I also made myself a refined metal helm. Then I placed Jolthog in my base for electricity production. I think I'm ready to fight Marcus and Phalerus now. I taught my pals some moves, and then I headed towards the tower. I can't say I'm not nervous for this. Was I a high enough level? Were my pals? Did I use enough pal souls? Were their moves correct? I don't know. I'm nervous, but we went inside. Right out of the gate, I threw Yormantide out, who turned out to be an absolute monster. I only taught it water moves, so it was of course doing some crazy significant damage. Now, let's talk about those stupid ice grenades. Or, the better thing to touch on is my dumb attempt of hitting a boss that is constantly in the air, which means the grenades were mostly ineffective. I learned this pretty early on after I had a tantrum and threw like 10 of them at him, but never fear though, I started just using my shotgun, and boy oh boy was I putting out quite a lot of damage. Witty Name's build is just incredible, since I mostly put all of my stat points into attack. Now sure, I wasn't able to carry all that much, but in a battle of life and death, I was more than happy to have the attack that I did. Things were just going really well. I had high hopes for this. I was stoked. It was almost halftime, and I just felt really confident. My pals and I were putting out more than enough damage to end Marcus, and it was just going really well. Like, I was dodging, I was taking my pals out before they could get hit by Phalerus' moves. It was just awesome. Unfortunately, I still don't know why I did what I did next. I brought health potions with me, which I never do. I've never really used health potions because, you know, they weren't in the base game, and that's where I got most of my hours, right? So it's like a new thing to me that I'm able to heal myself. So, at one point, Marcus and Phalerus hit me.
And, you know, the whole concept of doing something new that I'm not used to, it kind of bit me in the butt. Like I said, I took a huge hit from Phalaris, and I panicked. I tried to run away and use the health potion, and unfortunately, Marcus and Phalaris took advantage of that. It was my mistake. I should have, I don't know. It was a misclick. It was just something outside of the norm that I don't normally do, and this happened. What? What? Oh, God. Shoot. That was such a bad misclick. I was just gonna heal myself. Oh, no. Did I say it was one and done? Oh no, dude. I did say it was one and done. Bro. I don't know what to do in this situation. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, so I guess this is the end of the egg only run. Wow. That is not how I expected it to go. And that was just a dumb mistake. I should have moved. I shouldn't have stayed right under Phalaris. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it to you guys. All right, because I've received a lot of comments in the past where it's like, you know, you set up these rules and then, you know, you don't follow them. Like, for instance, I got a comment about, in one of my videos, I said I wasn't going to catch any luckies, but I found a glitched lucky, and I thought it was a really, really cool PAL to get because it was glitched. It was, like, under the map. And I essentially got told, like, that kind of, in not so many words, it kind of made the video bad because I went back on my word. So I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do it this time. You know, I'll leave it to you guys. In the comments down below, if you want me to continue this, if you want me to attempt Marcus and Phalaris again, because I know I can beat Marcus and Phalaris. I know I can. We were there. We were doing more than enough damage to survive. It was just a stupid mistake. Wow. So yeah, we can end it here, or you guys can let me know down in the comments if you want me to, you know, skip over this rule this one time and continue to try to beat, you know, the last 3 towers. So, in the last episode, I had a bit of an oopsie. What? What? Oh, God. I'm pleased to say that, backed by popular demand, the egg-only run continues. Seriously, a majority of the comments received on the previous episode were all words of encouragement, saying to continue. Y'all are just too nice to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, let's continue this run, dear viewer. I am not going to mess up the fight like I did last time. I'm not going to bring any health potions either, because that's really what messed me up. I strayed away from how I normally do things, and it for sure made me overthink the fight. But before I leave, I want to go to the dog coin merchant. I unlocked an accessory slot, bought a ring of freight, and bought the Cognito mask. Now this really feels like a MegaBits video. I just love this mask. I won't wear it during the fight though, because I don't want to die. I stopped by my base and I put on a Pendant of Life, repaired my gear, then headed to Marcus and Phalaris. I have a good feeling about this. My skills are sharp, and I have a vendetta. Okay, let's talk my strategy here. I plan on staying close to Phalorus for the majority of this fight, since the closer I am, the easier it'll be to do critical hits, and in turn do more damage that we love so much. This totally worked in my favor, and I was using Yormantide for a bulk majority of this fight. It resisted most of Phalorus's moves, so it was the most obvious choice to use here. I did need to pull it out every now and then, because Phalorus has like 2 electric moves. Don't know how that works, but whatever, it was no issue. I really did feel sharp during this fight. I dodged almost every hit, and I was pulling Yormantide out at the perfect time almost every time. I wish I was doing just slightly more damage, but I really couldn't complain. The fight was drawing towards its end, and I was feeling oh so good. My team was putting out more than enough damage, and as long as I didn't mess up like last time, we'd win. See, dear viewer, that almost sounded like foreshadowing. But it wasn't. We totally destroyed them.
Payback, dude. Payback. I hope you loved every second of that, Marcus. Oh, that feels good. Oh, yeah. That feels good. See? I told you guys. I could do it. I just messed up the last run. Anywho. Yeah. Cool. Marcus and Phalorus. Done. Now, Victor and Shadowbeak will be next. Oh, God.
Ha 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 ha, that felt good to get payback. I will say, I am most definitely not excited to go and face off against Victor and Shadowbeak though. Even though they are no longer the last tower boss, they still are the scariest tower boss in my mind. They're just so bulky, and the move set that they have is kind of insane. Anyway, I've been trying to find dungeons to run here in Astral Mountain, and good lord, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. Every single one that I've found is already closed. I was at least able to get a lot of eggs though, so it's whatever. I did end up finding one, ran through it, fought the boss, and I got some pretty good blueprints. One being the rare heat-resistant PAL metal armor, and the other being an uncommon rocket launcher. I was almost overweight and fat, so I went back to my base and I started to hatch the eggs I found. I hatched a Vanworm Crist, a Digtoise, a Foxicle, another Foxicle, a Suzaku Aqua, and a Suzaku. All in all, this was actually a pretty good haul. I went through all the treasure I had, dropped it off at the base, and then I decided to head back out into the world.
You may be asking yourself, when I say I'm gonna go back out in the world, what do I mean? Well, first, I'm just gonna get my power capacity up with my little beacon, and then I'm gonna go out into the world. Hopefully. Yeah. After that, who knows? Who knows? Oh, I literally stood up to go get a drink, and we're having a raid happen. Oh, y'all came to the wrong house. Captain Kidd, Captain Kidd, are you okay? Hey, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Oh, Free Pal Alliance. You know, while we're here, we might as well take out Chillet too. Sorry, Chillet. Cool, raid done. That was oh so exciting. Wow. Okay, 61%, that's good enough for me. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I should be doing right now. So I'm what, level 44? Maybe I can do some Sakurajima dungeons? No. Nope. We are not gonna be doing Sakurajima dungeons. So that means we're gonna go to the Astral Mountains. That'll be the best spot to do dungeons for now. I hate that new summoning mechanic. I know it's just for Pocketpair to most likely stay in compliance with you know, Nintendo and their patent lawsuit. And I know it'll be
fixed for the massive update coming, but good lord, it is bad. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna do a lot of dungeons. I really need to focus on leveling up. Once I'm finished leveling up, I will probably look into getting more eggs and just getting more pals, you know, seeing what I can breed for and all of that. Because we're gonna have to fight Victor and Shadowbeak next. And those two always terrify me. I finished off this dungeon, and then I really needed to start thinking about my strategy for Victor and Shadowbeak. So I'm on my way to look for other dungeons, and I'm just trying to figure out what exactly is going to be my strategy. Am I out of food? Oh, that's gonna be a problem. I really would love to get to the point where I can actually take on, you know, I just want to get through all the towers. To my knowledge, I don't know if I've ever finished a playthrough where I've actually beat all of the towers, well, I mean, this will be the first playthrough where I'm actually facing, you know, Sakurajima's tower, since this is just, it's the newer update, right? That still leads me to a problem, and that's Victor and Shadowbeak. Those two are run killers for me. So I'm trying to think what I want to do. I think I'm gonna breed a lot of Gobfin, like a lot of Gobfin, just because of their passive. You know, that'll increase my own attack power, and you know, this whole playthrough I've been increasing my own attack power as I level up. So I think that'll be a good idea regardless. Okay, I am gonna go back to my base and get food so I don't die. But yeah, that's kind of where my head is right now. I know I want to breed Gobfins, so I can use, I think it's the Angry Shark. But yeah, their passive ability is just too good. It's absolutely phenomenal. And I really do think that'll be my path to victory here. Now, while I was out searching for dungeons, I did come across a couple eggs. So we'll just hatch these real quick. I don't think I'm going to get anything crazy. Another Suzaku Aqua. And a Kitsune. I always like Kitsune. I think Kitsune's a severely underrated pal. But anywho, that's enough of me just blabbing on. I'm going to do more dungeons. I want to level up. Once I get up to probably level 50, and after that, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna start breeding pals and pretty much work on the pal team, and then probably do treasure hunting afterwards. Something like that. I don't know, yet to be determined, but I will see you guys very shortly after I knock out quite a lot of dungeons. So yeah, like I was saying, my main concern is really just leveling up. I can't do anything too spectacular as of now with my current level. So I began the slogfest known as level grinding without catching any sort of pals. That's pretty much the hardest part of this challenge, is leveling up. Realistically, the only way I can do it is hatching eggs, which is very long and tedious, or I run around, do dungeons, and, you know, take on alpha bosses. I first started by taking out the best of pals, King Paka Chris. I say best of pals because honestly, King Paka is just awesome. I love the design, and that's about it. You know, one day I will breed for a god tier 1, but that day is not today. When I was out searching for other dungeons, I ran into something that I have never seen in Palworld before. It was actually really neat. Whoa! Is that... What type of nest is that? Is that a wombo nest? It is! Oh, that is so cool. Okay. We're dropping the normal frozen eggs. Because these are all gonna be, these 3 are gonna be wombos. And who doesn't want a wombo? Okay, yeah, do whatever you want. Okay. That. Oh, God. It's bad. Blah. Oh, we're so dead. Oh god, we're so dead. And I have a bug where I can't change my PAL. What is going on? Yeah, my 1 and 3 does not work. That's annoying. What is that? Hello? Is what? Is this a bug? Like, have you guys ran into this where you can't switch your pals at all? I'm pressing 1 and 3 and nothing's working. I can't get any of my pals out. Well, that's annoying. All right, I'm just gonna respawn. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, yeah, my 1 and 3 don't work. What is happening? I've literally never ran into this issue before. I don't know what that could be. That's very frustrating. I'll try to restart PALWORLD and see if that fixes it. But for now, we're gonna hatch all of these eggs now, and then I'll restart. A foxicle with fine furs, diet lover, and logging foreman. Interesting. Reptiro Chris, that's awesome. All right, we got our first Wumbo, our second Wumbo, and our third Wumbo. All right, let's see what's in the huge frozen eggs. A Mammarist Christ, nice. Is there just gonna be another Mammarist? Oh, it's gonna be an Alpha Foxicle. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, all 3 of the Rumbos, all 3 of the Wumbos kind of suck. But I'm gonna restart my game and see if my 1 and 3 will start working again. I'll be back. Do you guys see that wonderful, wonderful PAL selection over there? It's fine now. I just had to restart. Next, I picked up this frozen egg. I sent Beacon plummeting down this cliff. I picked up another egg. Then I decided to have a fight with the lovely Lyleen knocked. Seriously though, can we talk about this design? The Astral star pattern thing it's got going on is just amazing. I absolutely love it. Even though Lyleen knocked was a higher level than myself and my team, we took care of business and we slayed the cosmic beast. Ooh, a master pal tamer. I'm down for this. Wait, did you just say... Wait, why are you meowing? Another pal tamer, meow? There's been too many weaklings these days. I wish somebody else would take care of all of them, meow. If you're gonna fight with me, you're gonna have to show a little pluck. And when you lose, make sure you kneel, meow. You just call me a stupid kitten? What is your problem, lady? Oh, that's gonna hurt. Don't worry, I got you. Hey, nerd. I don't see you meowing now. What happened? Where's all the meows? Wow, that's crazy. What does it mean to, like, she said she wanted me to show a little pluck. What does that even mean? GG Relaxosaurus. Oh my god. That was brutal. Huh. Okay. Well, that was PALWORLD. You know, never a dull moment. You know, never a dull moment. After this, I decided to fight some PAL genetic research units. I did this for a nefarious reason. I did it so I could get in Victor's head. See, the thing is, Victor would be getting reports about his patrols just randomly being taken down and going missing. Then, he would hear about a random up-and-coming PAL tamer who's been taking out all of the towers across the Palpagos Islands. Half of the fight here is mental, and I'm pulling out all of the stops, dear viewer. I bet Victor is probably, like, freaking out right now and about to pee his pants. I was running low on shotgun shells, so I got all of my treasure together, I sold it off, and then I bought some more. I wasn't planning on spending all of my gold here, but I figured I'd be doing a lot of dungeons and alpha bosses anyways, so I may as well. After this, I started the grind again for experience. It wasn't very much longer, and I hit level 45. Then I hit level 46, and then I hatched some eggs. Okay, so I have been very busy. I'm nearing level 48, which is awesome. But before I do any more grinding of dungeons and alpha bosses, I want to hatch all of these eggs I have. There's a lot. I've been picking them up in between dungeons, and I just want to knock these out because I'm running out of space. So yeah, we're just going to go through these real quick. I'm only really going to comment on anything that I think is interesting. Now, don't get me wrong, Raindrix is cool, but meh.
We got a King Paka Christ. Oh, amazing. I'm so stoked for that. I love King Paka. Ooh, a Runner Van Worm? A Runner Van Worm Christ. That's kind of crazy. So let's take a look at all of these pals and see if there's anything, you know, interesting. Ooh, we got an Alpha Chillet with Sickly. Oh, goodness gracious. The Van Worm is Alpha, and it has Runner. That is incredibly interesting. I'm gonna put this off to the side. Okay, well, all in all though, this is still awesome. This just kind of opens up the pool for more pals that I can breed for. So yeah, very exciting. I'm gonna go back to leveling up. I'm what, 226,000 experience away? Oh, yeah, this has been a multi-day process. Oh, and I'm running out of shotgun shells, so I'm gonna have to go sell off treasures and all of that, and then I'll just kind of continue. So yeah, I'll be back. I'll record once I level up. All right, bye. After this, I did go back to dungeon grinding, and when I say grinding, I mean it was a huge grind. This took forever. Like, I don't even know when I hit level 47 either, but here's me hitting level 48 after taking down an Alpha Suzaku. Oh goodness. All right, level 48. Oh man. This is exhausting. But we're almost there. And by almost I mean like I'm like halfway. I still have 3 levels. Yeah, just getting to level 51 for Victor and Shadowbeak, in my opinion, is a good level. Back at the base, I have cakes going right now. And in a little bit, I think I'm gonna get up to level, what, 49, and then I'm probably gonna go back to my base and try to figure out exactly what pals I want for Victor and Shadowbeak. I think the plan of getting Gobfin, I think using, you know, 2 or 3 Gobfin on my team is probably gonna be my best bet. So I'm probably gonna start breeding for Gobfin. And then I don't know what my main pal is going to be, but I for sure know we need good dragon pals to go against Victor and Shadowbeak. Or at least, you know, pals that will resist Victor, or sorry, resist Shadowbeak and can still put out damage with dragon moves. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to go back to dungeon hunting and dungeon crawling, and yeah, I continue doing dungeons. This was for sure a slogfest, but as it stands now, I don't really have any better way to farm experience. I know I can do alpha pals, which I have been doing, but they have a respawn time, and like honestly, I just kind of kept forgetting to do them. I'm not perfect, okay? I did end up getting bored, so I wanted to work on my base a bit. Okay, so there's a couple upgrades I want to do. One of which being, I really want to upgrade to a refrigerator. On top of that, I need to potentially make another, factory line? The weapon assembly line 2, I would like to make. It would be really nice to have a new assembly line here. It's going to be a pain in the butt because I'm going to have to delete both of them because I decided to do stacking. Which is normally fine and dandy, but why? Weird. Which is normally fine and dandy, but I don't really have like crazy pals to do stuff with. So, yeah, whatever, we'll see. All right. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Okay. Yeah, so that's not perfectly lined up, but honestly, I'm not upset at it. I think that's pretty good. Absolutely riveting content. Wow. Okay, but now that these are done, I'm able to actually make pal metal armor and some other interesting things. First things first though, I need to check my blueprints because I think I've pulled some potentially rare or uncommon pal metal blueprints. So right there is a rare heat resistant pal metal armor, and then there is the helmet. All right, so we're gonna make these really quick. And by really quick, I mean it's probably gonna take a while, but it's, you know, it's chill. It's totally chill. Crap, I don't have the flame organs. Okay, I am gonna go get flame organs. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's go do the meteor real quick, and then we'll go back to base, gear up, and then there's a couple more things I want to do at the base afterwards. So yeah, meteorite, back to the base, gear up, more, and then we're gonna do more upgrades. Alright, now we should be able to make the armor. Yep. There's the heat-resistant PAL armor. Oh, good God. This is going to take so long. I have to have a PAL that has good handiwork, right? Like level 3 handiwork would be so nice right now. Level 2. Oh, Verdasha's level 3. Do I have any other Verdashas? I feel like I've hatched a couple other Verdashas. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. Oh my God, we have 4 pals and 1 human, and this is the speed we're going at. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in a minute. Oh my God, that took so long. Oh, that took so long. All right, how long is this gonna take? Oh. All right, I'm gonna like get lunch or something. Oh, cool. That's done too. Sick. All right. Is there any other upgrades I can do as it stands now? Now that I've done my gear upgrades, I wanted to work on my base even more. All right, well, I think that's enough of doing base upgrades. I guess I really didn't do too much, but I'm happy my pals actually have a place to sleep now rather than just, you know, haphazardly placed up here on this rock. I still would like it to be maybe just like a little bit more enclosed. So, I don't know, maybe I add stone pillars here. Okay, hang on, I guess I'm not done with this yet. Okay, it's not perfect, but it'll do the job for now. Alright, well, I think I've had enough freedom now, so I think what I'm gonna do is go back to just kind of dungeon hunting. I'm at level 48, so I have 3 more levels I have to grind out. But, yeah, for the sake of time, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grind my experience off camera, and I'll just see you guys once I'm level 51. Hey, hi. I'm level 51 now. It took a very, very long time. Oh wait, hang on. We gotta put the hat on. There we go. That's better. I'm level 51. I've been upgrading my attack this whole time, and it's 171 now, which is awesome. Okay, yeah. It's the dawn of a new day. I'm level 51. I have a huge dragon egg, a large dragon egg to hatch. And then I have to kind of start preparing to deal with Victor and Shadowbeak. Quivern. Oh, I have more eggs. Okay, hang on. Let's just hatch all of these eggs that I have. So I've been thinking for a hot minute, trying to figure out what exactly I'm gonna do to be able to beat Victor and Shadowbeak, and I have a couple ideas. The main idea is fill up with gobfins and potentially use, I don't know, maybe Chillet and or like Yormantide. I don't really know. I don't have the full idea. All I know is gobfin is for sure going to be needed. Now, while I've been out leveling up, I have been making cakes, and I have another 24 cakes, which is great. I'm gonna drop these cakes off at my breeding base, and then after that, we're gonna kind of get an idea of what we need to breed for and how I need to prepare for Victor and Shadowbeak. So I have spent like 20-ish minutes
looking through all of my pals to figure out which pals I wanted to actually breed, and this is what I came up with: a Dumud and a Swee. These two will breed and give me a Gobfin, but what's cool is Dumud has Vanguard, which will give me a 10% increase to my attack. And, you know, with Victor and Shadowbeak, we want as much attack as possible. So I'm going to start these two breeding now. And I don't really know what I'm going to do after that. I might go to Sakurajima and just do some treasure hunting. Just in hopes of getting, you know, just in hopes of getting maybe, you know, better blueprints, or just realistically any type of gear that I'll need for this fight. But yeah, that is the game plan. I'm gonna make a couple more beds here just so I don't have to worry about them being all upset. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. We have 53 cakes right now. I don't know. I might legitimately just breed 53 of these. I might actually breed 53 Gobfins. Editor's note here. What's hilarious about that statement is 53 Gobfins isn't even crazy. If all I had to breed was 53 Gobfins, that would have been fine. You know, that would have been a walk in the park. So yeah, there's some foreshadowing for you. After this, I did decide to go to Sakurajima, and I started treasure hunting. I hear a lucky? Question mark? Oh, dude, I don't have any... I have no pal spheres. Oh, shoot. Oh, it's a shroomer, too. Oh, that hurts. Please give me a pal sphere. Come on. Oh, my God. Is there any other treasure I can grab real quick? Okay, 3 Ultra Spheres for a level 55. There's no way, right? Like, there's just no way this works. Well, maybe it won't be that difficult. The shotgun's kind of OP. Alright, Plasma, I am going to have to bring him back. Okay, I need to... Oh, no, dude. I don't have a Ring of Mercy. Mother... Come here. Let me hit you in the back. let me hit you in the back. Why? Why are we doing this song and dance? I just want to catch you. Okay. You know, my body hurts. Not as much as that shroomer's body, though. But that sucked. Well... You know, honestly, dear viewer, that is just, that's just the song and dance. That's the song and dance we play. Anywho, I'm gonna get back to treasure hunting. Yeah, I'll see you in a few. I did treasure hunt for a while after this, but really wasn't getting anything too amazing. So I decided to do some more Sakurajima dungeons. Do you guys notice a little bit of a pattern here? Yeah, just lots of dungeons. Lots and lots of dungeons. I did them for quite a while, and because of that, I had a lot of thoughts that I was just kind of pondering. Again, you know, keep in mind, I'm just a YouTuber. You know, I'm just a guy that plays video games. But I've lived a lot of life, and, you know, I said very early on in this, this channel that if I didn't try to promote positivity and do good, that it would just kind of be a shame, right? I've been very lucky to have the platform I have, and it's not even, like, I know it's not even that crazy massive of a platform. Like, I know that I'm not a huge YouTuber yet, but I'm getting there, okay? I'm getting there. So anywho, what I would like to say is, it's okay to share your feelings. You know, a lot of people today listen to these, like, self-help gurus that are like, it's like, you know those guys that are calling themselves alphas, right? And it's like, you know, be a lone wolf and all of that. That's ridiculous. I don't really know what else to say about it. All I really want to get through is the strongest thing you can do as a person and as a human you know, in my, again, humble opinion as a YouTuber, is be vulnerable. Like, the reason why we don't show our vulnerabilities is because it's so hard to do it. You know, vulnerability is something that I feel like every person, like, regardless of, you know, age or sex or race, every person should know how to be vulnerable. You know, like, especially with someone you trust. You know, not to, like, make this about me or anything like that, but, I've been vulnerable quite a bit. You know, I've been vulnerable with friends. I'm vulnerable with my wife. You know, she's my biggest fan. She's my biggest supporter. You know, she's seen me cry. She has seen me at my lowest. But the thing is I don't look at that as a point of weakness. You know, I look at that as a point of trust and a point of, in my opinion, it's a point of strength. Because again, being vulnerable is legitimately one of the hardest things you can do as a human. And I truthfully, I really do think that if more people would be vulnerable, they would just be happier, you know? So yeah, I don't necessarily know where I'm going with this. I just want to say it's okay feeling feelings, and it's okay being vulnerable. You know, it doesn't make you a weak person. It doesn't make you less of a person. It just makes you a person. And if you can, you know, train that ability of, you know, showing your own vulnerability, in my opinion, I think you'll be much happier. And if you can be vulnerable with someone that you trust and love, you'll build a bond with them that is unlike any other. So yeah, that's my little speech. I don't necessarily know where else I was going with this. But yeah, you know, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. Be vulnerable, it's totally fine. At the end of the day, being vulnerable is not a weakness. It is just you being a person. You know, you are allowed to feel certain things. You are allowed to feel whatever you want to feel, right? But society tells us that, hey, mental health isn't a real thing, and society tells us we have to be strong, and, you know, it's just, it's all, you know, a crock of poop. So, yeah, it's totally fine. But anywho, I'm at my breeding base now. Okay, so it's been quite a while. Oh, a supply drop. Cool. Oh, look at all of these gobfin eggs. So exciting. Do we go get that supply drop? Yeah, let's go get that supply drop real quick, and then we'll hatch all of our eggs. Good job, guys. What is that? Oh, carrying capacity upgrade. That is honestly amazing. Anyway, it is time to hatch some of our gobfins. So we pretty much need, we need all of them to have Vanguard. It would be really cool if we somehow got Stronghold Strategist, because that would also increase our defense, which would be amazing. But realistically, getting Stronghold Strategist, that's gonna be like crazy. I don't even know I don't even know how possible that would be. So we have this one that just has Vanguard, which is great. Now, if only I could get one, if I could get one that had Stronghold Strategist, we would be sitting in a really good spot. But let's find a female. Really? Don't you guys understand? I'm filming a video right now, okay? This is very rude. You guys did bring this on yourselves, though. So yeah, Stronghold Strategist. That's really what we need right now. Because again, we'd get that defense boost, and honestly, any type of boost I can get right now is what I need. We need a lot of gobfin, because I'm thinking 3 gobfin. I would love to have 3 maxed out gobfin, and then I think pals I know I'm going to bring Yormantide, and then I might bring Bellanoir. And again, Warsect is Warsect's beefy. So maybe I would do Yormantide and Warsect? I don't know. But I do know it's going to be 3 Gobfin. 3 Gobfin on my team. Okay. So we're going to need, let's see here, 4 plus 16 plus 32. Oh god, plus 64. 116. Good god. I need 348 pals. 348 Gobfins. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to manage that. That is so many cake. So many cakes. Oh, man. Did you hear that? If I want 3 4-star Gobfins, I would need 348 of them. Which meant I would need that many cakes too. So, first things first, I need a pal that's going to give me some insane cooking prowess. Please enter Yormantide Ignis. The thing is, I need to breed for one, and to do that, first I need a Blazehowl. I can get that by breeding a Digtoise and a Surfin, I guess. I have no idea how this works, but that's totally fine. While waiting for the Blazehowl to be bred, I decided to work on my breeding base. I wanted another breeding farm so I can double my output of eggs. This will for sure help in the future. Once I finished up, my egg was ready. Aw, man. I just did all of that work of making another breeding farm, and the Blazehowl's done. But that's fine. Okay, so we need 1 cake. Now that I have Blazehowl, I can breed it with my Yormantide to get a Yormantide Ignis. I don't know how that works either, but again, whatever. By the way, I got super lucky with this Blazehowl because it is a male, and my Yormantide is a female. So if I didn't get a male, I was going to have to keep on breeding until I got one. Yeah, it's the small wins. My Yormantide Ignis egg was ready, and I was stoked. Audible gasp. Alright, so Yormantide Ignis egg is ready. This is fantastic. So first things first, we need our Yormantide back. Blazehowl, thank you for your service. We need to go back to the main base, and realistically, this is the point of the video where I'm just gonna have to start grinding for, materials. So, 1, I'm putting my Yormantide here to start knocking out this flower. And then 2, once Yormantide's done with that, I have a lot more flour to get through. So we'll do that. And then after that, I'm going to have to sell off my treasures, and I'm going to have to buy some milk and some eggs. And then we'll just see how many more cakes we can make after that. Okay, cool. Flour's done. Oh my god. 582 flour? This is going to take forever. Okay, so editor MegaBits here. I have a lot of footage of just going through everything that I was doing, but realistically, it's all really boring. I, every now and then, had to go buy ingredients so I could make more cakes, and thus get more Gobfin. The whole goal was to get 3 fully maxed out Gobfin, which meant I needed to breed quite a bit. So rather than showing all that, we're just going to do cliff notes. I got very, very lucky, and I got a Gobfin that had Stronghold Strategist. Oh my god, that was Stronghold Strategist. That was a Stronghold Strategist one. Oh, goodness. So, after that, I took the Stronghold Strategist Gobfin and the Vanguard Gobfin, and I started breeding them. I bred that down to another one that had Stronghold Strategist, and then I had both of my breeding facilities breeding for a Gobfin that had Vanguard and Stronghold Strategist. Now, on top of that, I did get lucky later on with another Gobfin. It had Philanthropist, which, if you're not familiar, it essentially just makes breeding faster. So, bang, bang, boom, I had 2 breeding farms going at once, and after a little bit of trial and error, I had 3 Gobfins that I would use to rank them up fully. They had Vanguard, Stronghold Strategist, and Philanthropist. So with all that, it was then time to essentially just start breeding a metric crap ton of Gobfins, so I can use them as fodder for condensing. A few hours had passed, and this literally took, like, all day. Like, legitimately, I started at, like, 10 a.m., and I would just leave my computer, AFK, and I would just let the Gobfins breed. I would come back after like an hour or two where I would have the maxed amount of eggs. I would hatch them and then rinse and repeat. Oh my god. That took forever. I started breeding Gobfin like I don't even know what time I started. But just understand, it's been a very long time. But let's see if it's worth it. So my attack right now is 171. And I also get Vanguard from Yormantide, so that's exciting. Let's see. Oh wait, I forgot I gotta check what my defense is too. So my defense is 611. Alright, so 171 and 611. Let's see if this was worth it. Oh my god. So 312 attack and 751 defense. That is absolutely bonkers. Like, that blows me away. I think Victor and Shadowbeak is doable, and I'm hoping that I'm not, you know, foreshadowing my own end here. Here, let's test out my newfound power on Chillet. Oh yeah. Okay, well, now I think it's time for me to teach Yormantide and Warsect some moves. And then I need to get some more shotgun ammo. And I think we'll be ready to go face Victor and Shadowbeak after this. Now that I have my 3 Gobfin, my attack and defense are actually insane. I'm blown away by the boost. I really do just hope that it's enough. I taught my Yormantide and Warsect Dragon and Ice moves. I know it may be a little weird taking a Warsect into the fight with Shadowbeak, but its defense is insane, and I'm hoping I can use Warsect as a buffer or even a tank if Yormantide's health gets too low. I took my treasures to Dune Shelter, sold them off, and then I loaded up on shotgun shells. I went back to my base and I used PAL Souls to level up the stats on both Yormantide and Warsect. I felt like Yormantide is severely lacking in defense, but I'm hoping that higher attack will make up for it. Warsect, on the other hand, is looking like an absolute unit. Its defense is 1075 with a cool 760 attack. I'm getting pretty stoked for this fight. Before I go fight though, did someone mention legendary blueprints? Well no, nobody did, but I'm gonna go fight Suzaku and Beacon just once in hopes of them dropping said blueprints. How neat would that be? My first stop, Suzaku, because why not? This was kind of a one-sided fight. Warsect didn't even get enough time to hit Suzaku. My higher attack and shotgun were more than enough to take it down. All this fight did was get me even more excited to fight Victor and Shadowbeak, which was a nice change of pace. Normally, I'm freaking out by now. Oh yeah, Beacon was easy too. Neither of them dropped their blueprints, but that was kind of expected. Fine, I'll fight Astagon too, because I can. I feel like these boss fights are giving me far too much confidence. Like, I'm worried that this build is not nearly as good as I think it is, but the only way to really test it is, well, fighting Victor and Shadowbeak. Okay, so, like, here's an odd issue. My video cut out here. I have all the audio, but only black video. Well, this is annoying. So spoiler alert, I did indeed beat them on the first try, and it was awesome. Now, I am a fair content creator, and for you, dear viewer, I will fight Victor and Shadowbeak again. Ugh. I can't believe I have to do this fight twice. But it is going to be kind of funny to just absolutely demolish Victor and Shadowbeak for a second time. Second time in a row, too. I realize I never checked if I have food. Oh, that's going to hurt Yormantide. So yeah, this fight is actually incredible, and it's surprising too. I figured that I'd be using Yormantide for the bulk majority of the fight because it's a Yormantide. But I really didn't. Warsect was the MVP here. That defense it has, with only using dragon moves, made it a force to be absolutely reckoned with. Victor and Shadowbeak didn't even know it hit them. It was just crazy. Now, let's talk about my damage. The 3 Gobfins with level 5 Angry Shark were absolutely disgusting. I'm only using the uncommon shotgun, but if I hit for a critical hit, the spread was doing almost 200 damage per hit. It was just nuts. I really couldn't believe how much damage me and my team were putting out. And I'm not gonna lie though, this just felt really good. Being able to dominate this fight and being able to take them all out well within the time limit was such a nice change of pace for me. I remember in my older videos that Victor and Shadowbeak were always a run killer for me. And if I remember correctly, my very first Palworld video ended because of them.
Ah, that's it. I tried my best to knock out all the towers within the 100 days, but Victor and Shadowbeak are just far too formidable.
So taking them out here just felt great. Okay, so it feels great. Just absolutely bodying Victor and Shadowbeak, not once, but twice. So now, at this point, what I'm gonna do is just splice in the audio from my first attempt where I completed it. I'm not necessarily stoked that I had to do that twice, but honestly, again, it feels good to just completely wreck them. That was amazing. Oh my goodness. That was actually insane. So this has been the very first time I've done a Gobfin build with, you know, maxed out Angry Shark. And good God. The damage is just absolutely bonkers. Like, just absolutely insane. And Warsect, knowing only dragon moves, I don't know. Yormantide did good. Like, 100%. I think Yormantide was a pretty big heavy hitter, but I truthfully do believe that bringing Warsect was... I think that was the right choice, because, I mean, Warsect is just... It's so burly, you know, it can take hits. So yeah, Warsect in general is just kind of insane. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's Victor and Shadowbeak. This save file has 115 in-game days on it, and I think it's about time that we bring this whole thing to a conclusion with a nice little bow. I want to beat the final tower and come back victorious, which means I need to start doing some preparations. First, I need to come up with a team that I can breed for, which means I'm going to need even more cakes to be made. I have my Yormantide making me flour, and my Yormantide Ignis is currently refining what small amount of plasteel I can make. Which leads me to my next point. I'm going to need to make a new base for oil. Oh, good lord, this is going to be a long episode. I dropped off more cakes at my breeding base, only to realize I never took the gobfins off of the breeding farms. I took their eggs, I hatched said eggs, and then I decided to sell these gobfin off. I only made like 7,000 gold from those gobfins, but hey, it is better than nothing. Beggars cannot be choosers, okay? I went back to the breeding base and I started to breed more Warsect. The goal here is to breed enough to rank Warsect up to rank 4. I feel like it's a good choice for the final tower, and I absolutely love this pal, so why not? I took a male Univol and a female Bellanoir. I really don't know how this turns into a Warsect, but we're not really here to analyze the science behind PAL DNA and crossbreeding. We're here to game. Next up, I need to make a new base in Sakurajima so I can start getting oil. It's gonna be slow, and I don't really have amazing pals for this, but this needs to be done. I went to Sakurajima and decided to build somewhere that I have never built before, and that was when I discovered that my base wasn't a high enough level for another base. Oh my goodness. So I got back to my main base, and then I leveled up my base computer after having to build things that I would just never use. Like the PAL Sphere assembly line, or the fact that I had to build the weapon assembly line 1 even though I already had the weapon assembly line 2.
Oh my god. I already had a weapon assembly line, but now I have the weapon assembly line 2. Oh, this is the worst. I hate this. I should have done this earlier. This was bad planning. This was bad planning on MegaBits' part. I understand that, but I'm still upset.
And finally, I had to build an improved furnace. I understand this was all my fault, and that's what I get for skipping ahead, but that was an annoying task. Anyway, my base computer is now level 16, which means I can go and make a third base now. Back to Sakurajima I go. I chose this spot on the beach that has a lovely view of the world tree. Seriously, this land would sell for like 15 million if it were real. So I'm feeling pretty good. Now, it's time to start the arduous process of moving everything to this base. This is going to become my new main base. You know, I mean, it's in Sakurajima, it's endgame, so why not? To make my life in this process just a little bit easier, I decided to make the Giga grappling gun. So when I inevitably become fat with materials, I can fly around like Batman using his grappling gun. Anyway, now that I have some materials moved over, it's time to start building. I think I'm gonna try to mix quite a lot of different materials in this build. I like how metal and glass look, so let's start with that. I'm gonna make kind of a tiered structure for this building here. I also realize that I will need to move my PAL box after this, but that's fine, one step at a time. This building is going to be used for storage and my own crafting area. Okay, my brain wouldn't let me leave to get more materials until I fixed the PAL box location, so I got to doing that. I placed all of the boxes down for storage, then after I did this, I realized that my building was now outside of my base. So, I then deleted the PAL box again, all of the chests that I made, and then I redid it. Okay, third time is a charm. A little life lesson here from MegaBits: if you're gonna do something, do it the right way the first time. You're gonna save yourself time, and maybe even a little heartbreak. I don't know, just do it right the first time. You're gonna feel better about it, and don't get me wrong, I say that, but in my life, I tend to try to find the path of least resistance in things I do. You know, my whole goal is work smart, not harder. And this is all fine and dandy, usually, but sometimes the path of least resistance isn't really the correct way to go about things. You know, the best things in life are the hardest to achieve. So sometimes, you do need to work hard. Sometimes it's gonna feel rough, but usually when you finish something correctly, you'll get a sense of pride and achievement that you really wouldn't have gotten there before if you took the path of least resistance. It's just food for thought from a YouTuber, so don't take anything I say seriously. Anyway, I've been working on this base for a while. Like, I've been at this for about 3 hours. But it is finally time for my last trip to move my items over. Feels a little sad leaving this area, but this little base almost got me through the whole game. And, you know, it didn't have all the amenities that me and my pals would have liked, but, you know, it did its job. Thank you, beginner base. But anywho, it's on to greener pastures, hopefully. Welcome to Casa de MegaBits. I decided to make it all kind of enclosed for a couple reasons. One, I think it looks really neat, and I like how everything is close to each other. But two, there's a lot of angry pals out there that I don't really want my base pals fighting. None of them are really leveled up, so they'll all just, like, die. This base has almost everything I need as of now, aside from an oil extractor. The only problem is, Beacon is nowhere near strong enough to keep the generators going. So, I need to start breeding for a better pal. Enter Orzerk. Now, to breed for Orzerk, I can use a Grizzbolt and a Relaxosaurus. I have a Relaxosaurus already, but I don't have a Grizzbolt. So, to breed for a Grizzbolt, I need a Mossanda and a Rayhound. I have the Rayhound, but guess who doesn't have the Mossanda? Okay, so to breed for a Mossanda, I can use a Digtoise and a Bellanoir. It is a multi-step process, but let's do it. I totally forgot that I had Warsect eggs here. Oh boy. Okay, we'll hatch all these real quick. Oh my god, I'm so fat. Oh my god. After hatching the 20 Warsect eggs I had, I got to work. I first started by breeding my Bellanoir with the Digtoise. At least that's what I was going to do, but I found out both were female. So I went back to the PALWORLD breeding chart and I saw that you can get a Mossanda by breeding a Digtoise and a Bellanoir. Seriously, how does this work? While waiting for them to get an egg, I took all of the stone and wood from my breeding base, and I took it back to my main base. I then put Yormantide on the crusher for more Paldium fragments. I then waited for my egg. Okay, we now have an egg that should be a Mossanda. Perfect. Now I can breed the Mossanda with a Rayhound to get a Grizzbolt. Again, no idea how that works. Alrighty, now I can breed this Grizzbolt with the Relaxosaurus. I also love how Grizzbolt is just running away here. It totally knows what's about to happen. No! God, no! Now I am going to run into another issue. Both of these pals have negative passives. Grizzbold has easy going, which isn't much of an issue, to be honest. But Relaxosaurus has glutton, which means Orzhirk will get hungry like all the time. It's not perfect, but I would prefer not to have that. Regardless, I'm going to hatch quite a lot in hopes of getting other random passives. Thought it was time to run some Sakurajima dungeons for loot. I went back to my base, and I had a supply drop land.
Oh goodness, getting a might elixir, this is amazing. So we're 272 right now. Oh, it goes up by 5. Oh, that's awesome. So we just got plus 10 on attack. That is great. Okay, so now that that's done, now I feel, now we're gonna do Sakurajima dungeons.
So the ongoing theme of this whole video and this whole series is I do a lot of dungeons. You know, that's like, in my book, the easiest way for me to level up. And again, I know I can do alpha pals, but whatever. Normally, I have things to say about said dungeons, but they were all pretty benign since I had my stupid high attack and my uncommon shotgun. After I did a few of them, I went back to my breeding base to check on my eggs.
Oh my goodness. A nocturnal Orzhirk. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, where's the... There was another Orzhirk. Where is it? Where's the last Orzhirk? Oh my god, yeah, I am just dumb. There it is. Male, female. Okay. So we're gonna breed the Orzhirk that has aggressive and the other Orzhirk that has nocturnal. The goal is to essentially get Orzhirks that have nocturnal, so they will just generate electricity constantly. Yeah, that'll be really nice. I'm very excited for that. I might start breeding another 2 Orzhirks here. No, it's not worth it. We'll just let those 2 go. What I want to do now, though, the other Orzhirks I have, I am going to put them in this base and assign them to electricity generation. And I'm going to build the oil extractor and just kind of let it go as best as it can. Oh, another supply drop. Okay. Give me something good. Might elixir, heat resistant PAL metal armor 2. That's honestly kind of worth it. But anywho, more attack. So we're at 286, so this should knock us up to 296. Never mind, it should knock us up to 300. Okay, I'm down for that.
I helped my pals with the gargantuan task of building the oil extractor. Then, I waited to see if just 2 Orzhirks and a beacon would be enough to power it. And it looks like it is. This is wonderful news for me. Now, I can focus on dungeons and other fun and cool things, like this.
Okay, we have a Prickster. Is that Prickster? Prickster, yeah. We have a Prickster's nest here, which is awesome. We're gonna grab all of these, and then we're just gonna run away. But, yeah, that'll be a cool pal. I don't know if I have that yet, but regardless, that'll help us with, you know, different breeding combinations and, I don't know, probably something else. But, okay, I'm gonna do some more dungeons now.
I went back to my base after doing a couple dungeons to drop off loot and hatch the eggs I found. It is now time for me to start hatching more Orzhirk eggs. Once I hatched these, I went back to my main base and I exchanged my beacon for a nocturnal Orzhirk. Now, to make this video not insanely long or repetitive, and just to kind of make things flow somewhat easier, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, because I can go on and on about all of the dungeons I did after this, but in my opinion, that is kind of boring, and I know it is, because I'm bored just talking about all of the dungeons. I am now level 54, hey hi! I've been doing this on and off for the past couple days, and for the life of me, I really couldn't make it entertaining. It was just dungeon after dungeon after dungeon, so you really didn't miss a lot here. That being said, there are some things I can do now. Well, I guess I need to handle this raid first. Okay, now I need to go hatch some more Warsect eggs. I completely forgot these were here while I was leveling, so let's get to hatching. After hatching all 20 eggs, I didn't get anything too amazing aside from one that just has Nocturnal, and another one that has Burly Body. I've placed 3 Warsects in my base that all have Nocturnal, which means, for the most part, my electricity problems are now no more. I have my Yormantide working on getting me 180 plasteel right now, and once those are made, I can start crafting some better gear. Since I had some free time here, while I was waiting for said plasteel, I decided to work on the base a bit. I first made 3 big PAL beds. I also made sure that they had a nice little view of everything around us, including that big tree that I said would make this land worth like $15 million. Goodness, I am such a great person. Look what I do for these pals. After my ego deflating from that comment, I made a high quality hot spring. Now that those are completed, I need to go out and get some more sulfur, as I am out and I need to start making some more gunpowder. Luckily for me though, Sakurajima is just kind of filled with sulfur nodes, and they're all relatively close to my base. While doing this playthrough, I also discovered something kind of funny, and that funny thing is the shotgun is single-handedly the best thing for mining. I know it's a massive waste of ammo, but man, it is just so quick. After doing my quote-unquote mining, I was able to make a total of 240 more gunpowder, which will do nicely for me making ammo later on. Right now, I'm literally just waiting for my plasteel to be made, and because I don't want to just sit here idly twiddling my thumbs, I need to find things to do to be productive with my downtime. First things first, I condensed Warsect with the others I had. This didn't get it to 3 stars, but boy was it close. Because of that, I decided to breed Ragnarok and Yormantide. I have no idea how this works, and honestly, I'm exhausted trying to figure out how PAL breeding works in this game. The cool thing about these two breeding though is Yormantide has Vanguard and Hooligan, and Ragnarok has Ferocious. If I can get a Warsect that has Ferocious and Hooligan, I can breed it with another Warsect and get one that has Ferocious, Burly Body, Hooligan, and maybe even Vanguard. This would be a crazy Warsect, and I'd really like to get one. When did I get a Burly Body Ferocious Warsect? Huh. This is actually incredible. So, so that essentially means if I can get a Warsect that has Vanguard Hooligan on it, I can breed it with this one, and then I could potentially build a Warsect that has Burly Body, Ferocious, Vanguard, and Hooligan. And that would be absolutely bonkers. Like, that would be an insanely powerful Warsect. Huh. Yeah, I don't remember ever getting that Burly Body Ferocious Warsect, but we're like 6 episodes in, so that totally makes sense. Huh, well, that's very interesting. We're just gonna let these two breed for a while, and I don't know, I guess I'm gonna figure out more things to do to be productive. And be productive I was. I first went back to my base, gathered up all of my treasure, and then I sold it off. I now have like 500,000 gold, and I don't necessarily need to buy anything right now though. So I guess I'm just gonna save this for a rainy day. Does it rain in PALWORLD? Huh. I don't know when this meteor fell, but I decided to run over, fight Xenoguard, and then mine said meteorite. I went back to my breeding base, grabbed a Warsect egg, hatched it, then I went to sleep. I then cleaned up my PAL box a bit, and I headed back to my main base. My Yormantide had another 16 whopping plasteel made, which was great, but not nearly enough, and good God, this is taking a long time. I still had some time on my hands, so I think it's time to fight some Alpha Pals. First up is Menacing Terra. This was a pretty easy fight, although I didn't have a water type with me at the time. Since my Yormantide was currently, knocking boots, I used my Bellanoir for the fight. All in all, it was really easy. Having such a high attack stat on my character kind of makes me dangerous to any Alpha Pals that stand in my way. Next was Lunacleen. This fight was also easy, and I gotta admit, being like this with this crazy high attack stat is kind of freaking me out. While fighting Noclum, the whole time I was like, oh yeah, I could probably go fight Saya. I honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys, I have no idea how to pronounce the names. So what I was gonna say was I could probably go take down Moonflower Tower now. And honestly, like, maybe I could, but at the same time, Icarus flew very close to the sun and his wings melted, and I'm not really looking to have my wings melted. On top of that, I still have one more level to achieve, and I have a whole bunch of gear I need to make. I will complete this challenge. I have 72 plasteel as of now, so I wanted to see if I can make the rare plasteel helmet, and that's a big no. Holy crap, I need 120 plasteel for this. Wow. Huh. Yeah, so I was just kind of biding my time as I waited for more plasteel to be made. I went back to my breeding base to check on eggs. I had 3 more eggs ready, and out of the 3, I got a female that has Vanguard, Stronghold Strategist, Hooligan, and Earthquake Resistance. I decided to take my male Warsect that had the Burly Body and Ferocious passive, and I put them in the other breeding farm. The goal here is to get a Warsect that has Burly Body, Ferocious, Hooligan, and either Vanguard or Stronghold Strategist. I don't really care either way. Now, at this point, I'm just going to be honest, I went AFK for a while and I had dinner. There is not much I can do right now aside from grind for my last level, but I have spent the last couple days already doing that, and I'm tired of it, Grandpa. And look how nice it is just going AFK. I have oh so many eggs to hatch. I will say, it's the next day. I totally got sidetracked. I was playing Borderlands 3 and I just beat the Psycho Krieg and the fantastic Fuster Cluck DLC, and my god, that was an amazing story. If y'all haven't played that DLC yet, I highly recommend it. I just beat the main story and I'm currently in Mayhem 1, which has been crazy fun, but hard. So anywho, I'm going through all of the DLC now, and that one had a very sweet ending. Anywho, eggs, am I right? Okay, so out of all the eggs, there's 2 Warsect I like. I like this one that has Burly Body, Ferocious, Hard Skin, and Vanguard. Then I also like this one that just has Burly Body, Ferocious, and Stronghold Strategist. I think I'm probably going to go with this guy, because that'll give me another 10% increase in my attack, and you know, it's going to get a 30% increase in defense and a 20% increase in attack. So I think this is going to be our new Warsect. But yeah, let's go to the main base and we'll start condensing. After condensing what I could, my new Warsect was at 3 stars and about halfway to 4. I used my experience scrolls to get Warsect to level 50. I then taught it a couple dragon moves. This isn't its final move set, but this is what I had as of now. And finally, I used Pal Souls to max out its attack, HP, and defense. After this, I saw my Yormantide Ignis had finally finished the plasteel. So I grabbed the crude oil from the extractor, and then I started it on another 121 plasteel. Ah, there ain't no rest for the wicked. After this, I ran over to my factory to start gearing up. After what felt like years, I was able to craft the rare plasteel helmet, which gave me a huge HP and defense boost. I decided to gather all my duplicate and old gear, and then I sold it off. Now it's time for my favorite part. I just need to get to level 55. Man, which means dungeons. It has been a while, but I'm 27,000 experience away right now to being max level in this challenge run, and I think it is only, I don't know, I think it would be fun to take down Noclum to get to level 55. So yeah, that's how we're gonna hit level 55. I'm gonna take down Noclum, and I don't know, I just think it would be fun. All right, this is it. What? Wait. I don't have enough shots. Hang on. That's not it. Hang on. This is almost it. Nope. Stop. No. Hang on. This is it. We're gonna hit 55. Here we go. Oh my god. All right. That's it. Level 55. Wow. That is insane. I honestly like, honestly, I cannot remember the last challenge I did that I actually hit max level because I was able to progress, you know? I think I did in my electric only run, but that was a long time ago. That was before Sakurajima. That was crazy. But I'm very excited because my main goal was finishing this challenge and getting this up before PALWORLD's, you know, at the time of recording this, their latest update, massive update called Break. I wanted to, you know, finish this challenge up and put a nice little bow on it, just so once Break comes out, I can truly just focus on new types of runs and things like that. So this is really cool to see, and this is really cool to have happen. I'm very excited about being max level. I'm very excited that we are. Someone just subscribed, but I thought I had that muted, but anyway, whoever that random subscriber is, thanks. But yeah, I'm really excited to be max level, and I'm excited that this video is finally, after months, coming to its conclusion. You know, I mean, I've been doing this forever, but yeah, believe it or not, I mean, the first episode of this series is my most popular video on my channel. So to see this come to its conclusion is just, I don't know, it's like a little surreal. This video has been 8 months in the making. That's crazy. So yeah, it's like I said, it's surreal. It's very surreal finally getting to this point. And now, just like everything else, all good things must come to an end. And I hate how Plasteel looks. The armor is so bad. All good things must come to an end, which means it is officially time to prepare for the Moonflower Tower and conclude this series. I first went to my breeding base to pick up my Yormantide and to hatch my last Warsect eggs. After this, I leveled up my Yormantide, and then I headed towards the final tower. Yeah, so this fight was insane. I was humbled incredibly quickly. I thought my team and my pals would have been easily strong enough to beat this, simply because Victor and Shadowbeak were easy. Well, I learned very fast. My Yormantide was taken out in one hit with that horrifying Holy Burst move, and after that, I got taken out just as easily. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh my god. Ugh. That is not good. Like, I knew it was gonna be difficult. I just wasn't expecting it to be that difficult. Oh, man. Shoot, dude. Dang. Yeah, maybe shotgun isn't really the play here. Maybe I do the Gatling gun. Maybe the grenade launcher. Oh, God. Oh, man. Huh. Yeah, I wasn't... was not expecting it to be that bad. Alright, well, I have an idea. I just don't know how much it's gonna help. So my idea is maybe I do an oil rig run, and if I'm lucky, I'll get, I don't know, some sort of good blueprint that can help me with this. Yeah, I don't know. That was crazy. It's been so long since I faced the Moonflower Tower. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, guys. That was a heck of a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. Like I said, like, I knew it was gonna be hard. I just wasn't, I don't know. I wasn't really prepared for it to just absolutely decimate me like that. So we're gonna make Yormantide's saddle, and I guess we're just gonna do an oil rig run, see if we get anything good, and then just go from there. Now, dear viewer, you can stop watching here if you believe it's the end of the run, since I did die. That is totally fair. But for me, this series has a lot of meaning, and I really want it to end on a good note. So I'm gonna go attempt the Moonflower Tower again, after I do some more preparations. I first started by building an epic rocket launcher I had. I have no idea when I got this blueprint, and I'm sure as heck not gonna be scrubbing through all of my footage to figure it out. Regardless, it was a really nice surprise to find. Now this was awesome, but it was also kind of a bit of a conundrum for me. I know the epic rocket launcher is like a massive damage boost for me, but is it enough? Well, I didn't think so. Alright, moment of truth. Give me something good, please. Okay. I mean, we got a better shotgun through this, which is cool, I guess. Oh. Okay, so what MegaBits is gonna do is stay here for the next 30 minutes and pretty much wait for the next chest to spawn in. You know, even if I don't get crazy blueprints, I still need more ancient civilization cores, so I can then make the Ultra Shield. You know, that'll be a massive upgrade, and oh my god, I need 30. I need 30 ancient civilization cores. I thought it was like 5. Well, maybe MegaBits doesn't do this, because that sounds awful. At the rate I'm going, that'll take me, what, 10 more runs? So, like 5 hours of just doing the oil rig? That's a lot. That's a lot of work. Hang on, this Syndicate Gunner wants some smoke. Yeah, I don't know. I might just go back to my base and see what else I can do with what I have. So I went out and got some Ekfire Deer venison. With this, I would be able to make the Ekfire Deer Loco Moco, which, when eaten, will give me and my pals a 20% damage boost. I spent a long while hunting for said deer, and I even ran into a Lucky. Oh, well, hello there. Oh, I don't have any pal spheres. Sorry, Lift Monk. Where did it go? Oh my god. Why is it just slowly floating up? Is it just gonna stay there? I can't tell. Is it going higher? Yeah, it is. Wow. Alright. Bye, Lift Monk. That is hilarious. Wow. I'm back at my base now, and I'm making food. With my last hunting session, I was able to make 22 Locomocos, which is far more than I need. I think realistically I only needed like 4, but it's fine. Anyway, this is it. This is all I'm going to do to try to prepare and beat the tower again. I wish I would have known earlier that I had this rocket launcher, because I really am hoping that it's going to put out just enough damage to take them down. I don't know. If I do more preparations, it's just going to take such an incredible amount of time, and I don't really have that right now. Especially with the new update coming in 5 days, as of writing this. But right now it's the 19th, so it's even closer. Anyway, I do apologize, dear viewer. If this run were under different circumstances, I'd allot myself more time. But that's just unrealistic right now. So, I took the 14 Locomocos from the electric kitchen, and then I headed back to the tower. This fight was by far the hardest fight I have ever had in PALWORLD or any of these challenges I've done. I don't know what it was, but I could not get the aggro off myself. Actually, I'm sure it was probably just the rocket launcher because it was hitting for like 6,000 to 12,000 damage per shot. But dang, man. I realized very early on that my pals weren't the problem with the last run. You know, I think we were putting out more than enough damage. I think I was just the weak link. And I saw this a lot during the fight. I kept on getting hit, and I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how to properly avoid that Moonblast attack. Like, usually with the ray attacks like this, I can just run in one direction, and usually I'll be fine. But not this time. This thing messed me up, and if that damage wasn't bad enough, it also could proc a burn, which it did. It was bad, okay? Literally, I felt like anything that could go wrong went wrong. It was insane. The fight, again, like I'm reading this script now, and when I think about the fight, it was just, it's still the hardest fight I have ever done. It was nearing its conclusion, and boy, when I tell you I was clenching, I meant it. I don't know if my chair will ever be the same. This was just insane. I was close to dying, and so were they. It literally could have gone either way. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, good God, that was... Wow. Okay, Whew, good God. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. That was so hard. I don't know what I did to what Saline, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know if they woke up on the wrong side of the bed or what, but the constant barrage of attacks was insane. That, I don't even know what to say. But that's it. That is the egg only run. It's been completed. We did it. We completed every single tower boss. All the tower bosses destroyed. Wow. This feels good. This feels really good to just finish it and actually complete it. If you guys stayed till the end of this, thank you so much. And if you watched all of the videos in the series, thank you. It means the world to me. And having this run done now, it's a sublime feeling. Like I said, you know, I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting a little emotional here. Like, this is my most popular series, and I've been doing it for 8 months. And now it's done. It's completed. Well, guys, you know, MegaBits is on to bigger and brighter things. But that's all I got. Bye!